I teach art. I've been teaching for a while. Just celebrated my 40th birthday, so if you see people fumbling around, it's going to be this old guy. I've never been on Discord or Twitch, so you guys can absolutely tear into me for my ignorance in that regard. But listen, I teach at a school. We got a lot of really great students. They've gone on to really great things. But the reality is we have $5.80 given to us for our students by the county per student, and we just need all the help we can get. It's crazy. I mean, if you've ever tried to buy a paintbrush or even like a pack of pencils, I mean, we're already over that. So Ferris thought it'd be really funny to have me completely out of my element, and because I am wildly open to embarrassing myself, here I am.
It's true.
That's awesome.
It is absolutely true. Yeah. So I also, we just had a hurricane roll through because I live in Atlanta, and so I don't have my drawing tablet. I was planning on bringing it home from work, but we haven't been at work now haven't been at school since Wednesday. So you guys are really good, and now I won't even be able to draw. You know, it'll be fantastic. You guys might even be better than me, and you can laugh at that too. So. Anyway, I have a still life that you guys will be drawing today, and I expect them to be amazingly awful, and I just want to have fun with you guys. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Drop the still life. Be
okay.
Ready. I want to say real quick.
You know how to do that.
You can just send the picture to the art class chat room.
Yeah, I got you. I already sent it to. I sent it to you not too long ago, but I got you.
Did you?
See here.
And I want to say real quick while we're getting that picture, thank you to Nuclear Ghoul for the 21 months. Milk Pail, thank you for your $20 tip towards the kids. Locked, thank you for the $6.66 haunted ass cents to the youth. Arulis, thank you for the 50. We appreciate that. Tolosi, thank you for your $20. And Locked, thank you for the whole 100 more.
Holy smokes.
That is super, super kind.
Oh, that got us still life.
Oh, that's
also
great.
Barno, thank you for the 19. Ooh. All right, chat. I'm going to put this on the screen for you guys as well so that we can all kind of get a look at it.
Normal.
Chat, if you want to draw along at home, feel free.
Yeah, do it.
What?
Why'd you send that picture? I thought that was the still life.
No, that's Graham.
You scared me.
Apparently, that's like the human that's like built to survive a car crash, right?
Yeah.
Like scientists are like, if we were to survive a car crash, this is how our body would have to look. Oh my god. Huge.
That is enormous.
Yeah, hold on.
There we go.
I'm gonna copy the exact same ratio size of this picture.
It's weird having the camera pointed like at my lower half.
I'll just cover my leg. I don't even care. Cool. All right. So that's for you, chat, and I'll also post the full in the Discord for anybody who wants to really, really get like nitty gritty on it. Putting it in the general there. I'm gonna get going on it, bro.
This is still
real
live.
quick,
Do it.
how do we drop?
That's a great
Inspiration.
question.
Do we just look at it?
Yeah.
That's it, man.
And then you draw it.
But it's scary.
What's a still life?
Right. So
Water's dangerous too.
for when my 8th graders come in, because they all have to audition to take my classes, I tell them to fill up the picture plane, right? So whatever size shape you're drawing in, hopefully it's going to be wider than it is tall, and just kind of fill up that space the best you can. That way, that way it doesn't look like a stupid little sketch in the bottom of some paper. So just work large enough. If you're working on paper, fill up the whole sheet, turn it sideways, and if you're working digitally, make sure that your canvas is oriented properly, and give it your best shot.
It's true. Okay. Bean Juice and NK, thank you for your donuts. I super appreciate that. All right, so you know what?
I haven't done a still life in like so.
I should just put mine.
It's gonna be like so hard.
Chat,
But you have done a still life before. Look at you.
Yeah.
Edge.
So Chris is legit. Chris is like,
Uh-oh.
she went to what was your school again, Chris?
School of Visual Arts.
Or like, was it New York?
Yeah.
I see.
SVA, yeah. That's a real one.
That's a real one. I went to a fake one. They excused all my debt.
Unlike Art Institute. Hey, you got all your money back though, didn't you?
Yup.
Yeah, you did.
Wasn't a bad
Yeah.
school for free. I'll say that.
Right. For people that don't know, the Art Institute of Atlanta defrauded people by claiming that they were able to give you people really great jobs. And in fact, they didn't prepare people for anything, and it was really difficult to graduate. In fact, I've never had a student, and I had several that went there, but I've never had a student that graduated from there because they couldn't get the classes that they were supposed to get. Yup. And so they got sued, and the people won. When do we ever hear that story? The people won, and they all got their money back. So that's a happy ending.
Yeah, dude. Trust my chat almost knows that a little too well because Lem, did you know they put me on Fox News because of that?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know you were that famous. Fox News famous.
Well,
That's a whole nother level.
Jesse Waters tried to bully the shit out of me.
Bro, I don't even know who that is.
He's one of their like stupid ass news anchors, and they were like trying to make fun of people who like got their debts forgiven. And they were like, next up we have Andrew, who goes by the online name Skullvolver, and also goes by Cyborg Corpse online and plays video games. I was like, you just made me sound like the most badass guy ever. You kidding me? Like, fucking.
Way to go. That's great. I do have a friend now who graduated successfully from Art Institute of Atlanta, but he got his money back, even though he's working in the industry, like he's a graphic designer, which is rad. But he was happy to take that money too. So I don't,
Yep, we take this.
Good for you guys.
Chat, do reindeer have teeth? Worry about it.
Reindeer? I think so.
Yeah.
Yes, they have to have teeth.
They're herbivores.
Yeah, but they got human-like teeth.
I don't know.
They're probably
Herbivores tend to have ones that look more like human. They kind of have like more molars usually.
Also,
I'm not an
Jojo's
expert on.
Does that mean we're
reindeers.
herbivores? Are we reindeer?
No,
We're
herbivores.
closer than you think.
Actually, human teeth. We have flat teeth at the front because that's meant for like shearing things off. I think. I don't know. I can't
Remember what
verify.
I told you last night we were playing Deadlock.
Yes.
Like, who knew that? Like, why did you know that?
I mean, it's a little bit common sense. Like, it just adds up. Like, we have our teeth in the front are like flat for shearing things off, so we can get chunks, and then in the back they're meant for grinding things up, like plants, like molars.
Well, what's crazy is I've never thought about how my teeth were doing that a day in my life. I just throw shit in my mouth.
Dude,
Maybe you need to be more curious about the world around you.
you don't
I don't know.
you don't rely on
beautiful.
frame data. You eat off of instinct.
That's
Hey,
actually
reindeer?
that's actually badass if you think about it. That
Yeah.
means like your gut feeling's always correct. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm the equivalent. I eat the way people DP on Wake Up.
Exactly.
What does that even mean?
Don't worry about
you
it.
guys
Track
like-
'em. You'll learn when you're older.
What, Lemmy?
Boot up Guilty Gear.
What?
Let me show you something.
Wait, okay, hold on. I'll draw like the reindeer doing a Roman cancel. Hang on.
Wait, that'd be really badass, actually.
It's kind of like got like a
Being
star.
attacked. Ow, bitch!
Is that cat still attacking you right now, bro?
Yes!
Dude.
Papa's screaming.
Okay. Wait, yeah, no, it has to be more obvious. I gotta draw the meter bar. I need to draw the reindeer running out of meter. He used up all of his meter. Chat, I will fix the Fugies in a second. I know I just like I started this raw.
Damn.
Skull says I'm absolutely not allowed to stream until just a second ago. He said, "Don't do it. Don't you dare." And then I begged
We had
him.
snipers trained on his house.
Three of them.
I cut the squad off, yeah.
Okay, the meter's like green, right? Okay, so it's gonna be like here. He's only got this much meter left. This is not good. He's not gonna be able to handle this. Like, yeah, there you go, perfect. little like.
Remember, guys, you can take. I've allotted like 2-ish hours for this, so feel free to get it. Go slow or as fast as you want.
2 hours for this.
One picture or?
Yeah, the still life. Yeah.
All right, this is gonna be a masterpiece by the time I'm done.
And then we're gonna critique at the end.
We're getting 2 hours for this one picture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we were getting multiple. I was going as fast as I could.
Okay, artist, relax.
I was worried. Don't laugh at
Can I ask like a podcast question?
Yeah.
What got you interested in art, Professor?
Oh, I had a really cool high school art teacher.
Wow.
That, and I was really into drawing, like a lot of kids are, but like he was really into like adding meaning to the work, and I thought that was really cool that you could draw something but actually communicate something through it. And so it was more an interest in communicating. And I thought I was going to go into education. I kind of always knew that I wanted to be a teacher, and I thought I wanted to be an English teacher because I really liked the conversations. But one day my mom pulled me aside and she was like, "So you don't like to read? Why do you think you want to be an English teacher?" And I was like, "Dang, Mom, you're right. I really hate reading, but I really just like the conversations about the books, which I never read. I made it all the way through high school and never read a book, but I really liked talking about it."
Amen.
Right? And I was like, how can I have really cool conversations without actually having to go through the time and energy of reading? And I was like, that art teacher showed me that I could actually have these conversations and impact the world and have really have my viewpoint out there without having to read and spend all that kind of time. I just wasn't really into reading anyway, but yeah, it was my art teacher, and so I'm happy to be an art teacher, and I'm happy for the few students that are continuing to do art that I've taught. It's a cool thing.
That's beautiful, man.
We bit.
Yeah.
Also, I want to not to break off that awesome answer, but thank you, Ball Farter, for the $20.
Oh, Ball Farter, thank you.
Go from the heartfelt answer about past high school art. That's that's par for the course. I mean, if you are a high school teacher, or if you've ever been to high school, you understand that you have a really important conversation, and then there's a ball farter that pops into the conversation. This is how life works.
I'm gonna make the teacher really large and looming behind our backs, because that's how I always felt whenever I was in art class. There we go.
Oh yeah.
That doesn't help that Lem, you're like 6'4"?
I'm 6'4", yeah.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Wow, oh my goodness.
So he would actually be looming over you,
Yep,
like walking around the class.
You're all right. He needs to be a little bit bigger. There we go.
Yeah, you can't snap pencils at kids. You'd get sued,
Wait, really? Why?
What can you snap?
Being intimidating. What can you snap? not the children. Not the children.
Oh my god.
No. Can't do that.
If I was
stuff
6'4", I'd hold like a bunch of like 6B pencils in my hand and crush them at once.
but normal, the pencils are expensive.
Yeah,
there you go.
Here, dude.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing here, so I can afford to crack pencils over kids' heads that aren't doing anything.
It's true. It's true.
I like it.
Noble
For
cause.
$20, we will smack one pencil over a child's head.
I will do it. We get the donations up. I promise to send you a picture of me snapping a pencil over a child's head. Their face will have to be blurred out for obvious reasons, but no, that picture will come.
Did you get your humor from him too, Ferris, or is it just the art thing you coincidence?
Hey, dude, I don't know. I'll never forget. Julian, thank you for the tip. I appreciate it. And Biz, thank you for the 20. So I don't know what it was. Like me and Lem, like we meshed like way too well when he was teaching me.
It's true.
And I remember one day he looked at me and he was like, I think I was like 14, 13 at the time, and he goes, "Why are you like a 26-year-old?" And I was like, I don't know.
The old soul.
The real answer was I got on the internet way too early in life.
The worst thing that could possibly happen to you.
I started back reading. I was like, I have to find all the old knowledge of media and joke and humor, and I'm gonna get to the source.
You know what Ferris did for me though one year is he and all of his classmates pooled their money together so that he could buy me what was it, BioShock Infinite, because you knew I liked it. Yeah.
Because you were playing a bunch of BioShock too. Yeah.
Well, probably during class when I shouldn't have been, but
Playing the best game during class. What's that giggle for? It's literally the best one.
Switched like an Art Deco unit for no reason. Like I don't know, I just think it looks cool. I think you should try it.
Right. Locked, thank you for another 5. Whoa, thank you for the $10 tip. And my own brother, Aaron, who was also taught by Lemieux, thank you for the $100.
Yeah, Aaron, what's going on? I haven't seen you in a minute.
I didn't hear. Thank you for the 50. Dude, Aaron's like teaching kids now, or he's helping like disabled kids, I think now. Doing like a bunch of cool shit with my mom.
Yeah, he always wanted to do like the special ed thing, so that's great. I hadn't heard what he was up to these days, so that's good to hear.
Set
hey,
the
Fair,
clock.
how do I share my screen with you guys?
So when you hover over where everybody's screens are, there's going to be like a little computer monitor looking button, and you click it, it says share your screen.
Is that on the Twitch or is that on Discord?
On Discord.
There's if you share your screen, it'll show your computer screen, and then there's also a camera button.
You can also
if you
just
wanna
choose
show...
the application. Yeah.
Share your screen. So that's what that's what. Okay, I'll just share my screen. Go live. Let's do it. Oh.
Hold on, me.
Ooh, I could stream in HD with Nitro. Do I should get Nitro. I'm not gonna get Nitro. just so everyone knows.
Then you can do 5 super reactions a week.
All you know is think for the 20. More like ball arter. Dude, that's true.
I'm so glad.
That's actually really true.
I'm so glad that I was able to like get in on the Discord club, because they would like they made me like Discord partner really early because I had like a large like enough community, and they would send me like gifts and things like little like cookies and mugs and like a hoodie. And yeah, they literally sent me a cookie, and now I don't want anything from them, and that's okay, because as long as I can like send like 500 megabyte files to people in DMs, I'm good.
Right.
That's all it's good for. That's all the title's good for anymore.
Massive file. I know you too. I know you're sending massive files, bro.
Large
file size?
large and charged file sizes.
Just huge. Dude, let's get a zoom in on socks. How's the socks cam going?
Okay, I know I typed in the names of everyone in here, but for the
What you think, bro?
fucking life of me, I do not know who's using the Danganronpa PNG.
That's Chris. Clown goo.
Clown goo, got it.
Damn, socks. Damn. Look at you, bro.
My little plant.
Damn, Chris.
All right.
Chris, your art school is showing.
What? How?
What? What do you mean how?
I went to art school. I got a bachelor's. I know how to. I need to put a cap on my my power level. Well, not really. This is really goated right here.
Bachelor's in Fine Arts cartoon.
I took it in the 9th grade.
There it is. That's good enough.
I'm more of a Photoshop guy. I can make you look like a zombie.
There it is.
So Mel, there it is.
There it is.
Perfect.
Although the kids that I'm teaching now, you know, they're just editing it all way outside of Photoshop. They're just doing it with the iPhone stuff, and they're looking really great. Like I kind of feel a little guilty teaching them Photoshop when they have access to so much stuff pretty much for free.
Yeah, not to mention Adobe just fucking blows these days as far as like their licensings and stuff.
Yeah,
it's just horrible.
I will say though, I mean, I grew up using it, so I'm probably a bit biased, but I tried using GIMP a while ago, and it is not as intuitive as Photoshop, like in the slightest.
Oh no, I'm a Clip Studio believer. Not that too much better, but let's hear a buggle.
Yeah, I mean that's like, can you do like Photoshop things in that, or is it more so just like for like drawing tools?
Yeah, it's got liquify and feathering, and maybe not as complex as a photo studio, but
it's definitely a. There's, I don't remember when. It was kind of recently. They went from having just Clip Studio to like, oh, now there's Clip Studio 2.0 and 3.0 where they have more features. And it's like they switched it to, if you have a subscription model, you get all the updates for free. But if you want to stay on a buy at one time, you have to purchase the 3.0 or the 2.0 as well. Sigh.
There's Photo P too. That's Photo PEA. It's just a online Photoshop emulator, which is pretty much the exact same thing as Photoshop from like 3 or 4 years ago, but it's completely free. It has ads on the side, but it's I mean, definitely during lockdown when my students didn't have access to any computers that could run it, because it all just runs on your browser. It's pretty cool.
Oh.
But they all had, a lot of them had.
Yeah. Oh my God, Skelly on my desk, move, son.
I think I'm just a creature of habit because I've had the same alternatively secured version of Photoshop CS6 for maybe like 8 years now.
I do want to say real quick, thank you to Roji Bibb for the 50. I appreciate it. Thanks for paying it forward. Orange Bun, what's up? Casey, thank you for the 25. Farm Art, thank you for the 20. Did art when I was like 10, and then I started proper around 4 years ago, completely independent. Keep up the good work. Yeah, thanks. I mean, that's the thing, man. There's like, what's accessible these days to learn? It's like crazy. It's like going independent and teaching yourself independently is like totally possible. But it's like, I don't know. If you can like get classes and stuff like that, it's I don't know. It for me, like, I'm glad that I did the classes with Lem like I did, because Lem made me consider things outside of just what I liked. I think too many artists only focus on what they like. Hold on 1 second, sorry. Sorry, but Lem like was like, you have to interact with things you don't care about, really, because you kind of have to understand, like, you just have to understand art and like why people are doing what they're doing, and even if you don't agree with it or care about it, like, there's a purpose to it, and that was probably the biggest thing I took out of that.
Yeah, because I actually have a lot of artist friends that actually like burn out immediately as soon as they do something they don't like instantaneously, like they just lose the drive instantly. Which is like, I feel like that's like an important trait to have, especially if you want to do like more like either industry work or freelance work. You're gonna be doing a lot of stuff you probably don't care about, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, it's tough if your drive is to draw one particular specific thing. Good luck getting specifically that every time.
Yup.
One of these leaves is actually rad, I've decided. So that's one of the reasons why whenever I work with the animators I work with, whenever I'm looking for like audio, I'll be like, this is like crack audio. This is so stupid. This is the dumbest conversation ever, and it needs to be animated. So this is gonna go to Dubus Goobus, because he'll have way more fun animating nonsense compared to.
I love that it just sounds like you made up a guy, by the way.
Oh no, he's real. Goobus,
Well, I know he's real.
no, he's very real.
No.
No, Goobus Dubus, super real, super chill dude, awesome artist. Does the
That's awesome.
the silly Winnie the Pooh stuff is one of the ones that he's very well known for. He'll just animate Winnie the Pooh like being nominated as like mayor of the universe because he's so nice and everyone's happy and all wars not ended because Winnie the Pooh's not king of the world or whatever.
That's beautiful.
I want to live there.
It's true. But yeah,
Piglet could be Secretary of Defense.
I think it was something like that. I mean, that's not far from what he actually animated. It was pretty funny.
I mean, like, if we're being realistic, Owl would have to take care of the economy. Rabbit, education, ministry. Yeah. I don't know about Tigger. He's kind of a wild card.
Yeah.
I think
Entertainment
just
industry.
like Groot.
He could run the military, but there wouldn't be any because it'd be world peace. So it's kind of. Today we're good. I don't remember how he talks, dude. I give up. How does he sound again?
He's always like, he always just has like a big like sound.
Sounds like he comes from rock bottom. He's got the heavy accent.
He talks like his tongue is always out. It's hard because like he has like an older man voice because he's voiced by an older man.
That's the problem, right? Like you can't really imitate that.
Yeah,
I hope
trying to have the
voice
gumption
actor's
for it.
like doing all right.
What would
Oh
he
yeah,
eat?
he was on a podcast with that one guy who voices Pinky,
Oh yeah.
Oh, bad.
Oh yeah, I forgot they were doing that.
and they were doing like the fucking Yakko says sorry for cussing, the planets, the countries of the like the United States, Canada, Mexico,
Yeah.
Panama, whatever the hell.
Are we not allowed to
Hey,
cuss? We're so fucked. You've got me here.
No, we super are. It's just like it was so funny to me because I was like, I'm sitting here like drawing, listening to you guys, and I was like, this is kind of like the vibe I used to have back in my class.
Aw.
And then Normal said fucking like loud as shit, and I was like, okay, maybe not
Step
the
back to
exact
reality.
same.
You guys didn't swear back in school? Like
Not
Oh,
talking out loud in front of Lem.
And not in front of
what?
me. Yeah.
Even in my school, the teacher would swear back and forth. They didn't give a shit.
Because you're like Irish.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Dude, the nonsense that came out, we just did not care. It was so funny.
There's probably like a power behind like a 50-year-old like tenured teacher calling like a little kid a gobshite. He's like, what are you gonna do about it? Tell your parents.
They'll join in.
Call you a god.
They'll agree with you, exactly.
Your parents will show up and they'll toss you into the sky, ready for me to spike you through the window. What are you
Hold on.
talking about?
1 second. I gotta add one more person to this call. She's desperately requesting. Cannot keep her at bay. Let me use.
Rich, are
someone
you not
wants to have a
Discord-
word with you? Huh?
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Huh?
Let me add her. Let me see if she'll. I don't even know if she knows how to work this app or pick up that call.
Do I? Oh no.
Hold on.
It's just see, you guys were talking a big game about how you could talk about students like that, and the parents would agree with us. That is not the case. My
No.
first thought is, oh no, this is probably some angry parent come to find me, because
Wait, I have
now
experience with the party.
I heard you said my little sweetheart shading on that apple was not good.
yes.
Yeah,
You
no,
will change this
dude.
guy.
Some kids couldn't take the critique.
Bro, but it's like, and the parents come in and they're like, isn't art just subjective? And I'm like, well, yeah, but we're trying to raise your child to be a successful artist in the market. While it's kind of subjective, like there are things that they're going for, like what we talked about before, being able to do things that isn't like the one thing that you like to do. So like there are things that are teachable inside of visual arts, even though it is highly subjective. There are things called taste, and that I'm trying to develop in my students, and sometimes parents don't really care to hear that.
Oh, does that mean that we should just start drawing like Skibbity Toilet?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we're talking about success, like I should just start drawing memes. That my critique will be flawless.
No.
I'm like, no
Do you
changes.
know how many surfaces in my room have Skibbity written on it right now?
That's crazy.
It's insane. It is absolutely insane.
Real quick.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Mom.
What?
Hello.
Hello, chat.
Dears, thank you for the 50.
Oh,
Appreciating cars. Thank
It's,
you.
it's
Unironically,
unironically
What's going
Mrs.
Unironically, my
Skull.
mom,
Hello.
I
Pleased
told you
to
it was an
meet
angry
you.
parent. I told you it was an angry parent.
no, Mr. Lemming. If there could have been a more perfect time for me to pop in, it's about you talking about letting us understand how you're trying to put our children in the market as profitable.
That's right. That's right. These parents are
And-
intimidating now.
Let me tell you something. So this is my 22nd year working in a school system in the front office. So we all know I see the worst of the worst. And as a parent, Andrew was an amazing child to raise. I thought he was funny. However, he was not. He wasn't like a lot of other people with the way he thought and looked at things.
Looks at the
And so,
camera.
you know,
I was
the-
autistic.
Oh
Wait,
no.
right. Totally on the spectrum. They didn't, in my defense, they didn't diagnose that back then. They just said he was quirky and he'd grow out of it. So, him being my firstborn and not knowing what to do or what to think, there are several moments in life that have stood out to me in raising him. One of the most important was the first parent-teacher conference that I went to when he started high school, started at Stillwell, when they were still back at the high school.
Yeah, I am.
And we got to pick which teachers, and I said to my husband, we definitely have to go to the art guy because I don't know what's happening.
Oh, no.
And
I still don't.
I know, right? Because you sat me down and you looked me dead in my face and you said, I want you to understand, I have been in a lot of places in my life and I have run across a lot of people in my life. And Andrew is probably one of the most absolute individuals that I've ever come across.
Yeah.
How talented he was. And of course I'm sitting there, Mom, yeah, I already know that. Like, my kid's the best one in the world. But I didn't, it didn't come across as one of those blah, blah teacher. And I already knew how that worked because I've been in school for so long. But, you struck a chord with me in that. And that, I think he really wanted me to make sure that I recognize that part of him. And over the years, there were days Andrew came in the house, threw his book bag on the floor and was in tears, swore he was never going back to Mr. Lemmyhue's class again.
Oh, no.
He couldn't take the critiquing. He didn't understand. And then, as a year or two went by, he came home. And instead of the frustration, it was awe in his voice. Like, I can't believe Mr. Lemmyhue thinks that about me. I can't believe, he took a lot of what you said, pretty much everything you said, to heart. And I'll never forget the day he was recognized for the award at the office of one of the state representatives or something.
Yeah.
And you and I stood there looking at that photo of that steampunk.
That's right.
Horrible ass piece too.
Steampunk robot in a square.
I remember that piece. I remember that. Yeah.
And we stood side by side, and I looked at him and I said, I just can't believe we're here. And he got like a little $500 scholarship or something. And you said to me, I have spent the last 2 years telling him he cannot keep just drawing robots in a square. He has to bring it down.
No, he could do it. He could do it. Let me push.
He said, and here we stand. Looking at an example and a cash award of something I have told him wasn't going to get him anywhere. And I believe it was less than a year later, we were at SCAD at the Scholastic Awards, and he had won a silver key for that same steampunk robot in the square. And I looked at you and I said, I'm just so thankful somebody else understands. I'm not alone in this. And so as a teacher, I feel like I never like to call you as art teacher. I consider you his art mentor. The kids are amazingly lucky to have you in their lives. I know they come across frustrations, and I know, artistic kids, extremely smart kids are kind of taught the same way special ed kids are.
Sure.
You have to have that assumption that they have a learning disability that's not mainstream norm.
Right.
And I attribute everything that he does to this day and how he is to the mentorship he received from you.
Wow.
Not just that, but knowing the struggle of when you guys were having to build your own art frames and stretching your own canvases and what you taught them. And
right.
When I would go to work on a project at home and all of my hot glue sticks were missing, and Aaron said, Mom, we don't have any at school. I said, but it was a pack of 500.
Oh no.
And that's so funny. I remember when you taught us to make those canvases, I was like, I was like, oh, he wants us to be like the most resourceful and like to the ground artist we could be. I was like, no, we're just really poor. The school is really poor.
We're like reusing the clay, pack it up so it doesn't dry out.
Oh we was gessoing like everything, bro.
And so, you know, when they're talking about donations that are going towards this program, there's not a better way you could spend a dime of your money. And I'm thankful. I'm just thankful for all you did. So I'm going to, since my kids have been out of school for about 5 or 6 years now, I'm going to go ahead and make a $100 donation. We do that for $20 a year.
$20 a year.
But please, please keep doing what you're doing and inspiring them. And, you know, I never heard any teacher talked about more than you. And so I'm forever thankful for what you did for both of them.
No, well, thank you. That was very, very kind. You don't get a lot of that as a teacher. You'd think you would.
No.
You should. Well, you know, once COVID hit, everyone thought teachers should make $1 million. So that was a big help.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, because my wife is a nurse, and we had that one moment for like that 1 week where people were like, nurses and teachers are amazing. And then the tides have turned. Now it's, you know, science is evil, nurses are evil. They're all trying to make you get these shots that are going to be mind control shots, and teachers are just there to, I don't know, what do people think teachers are in the industry for? Just like touching children, or like what? Because it doesn't make any sense. Like, why would we go into this industry? We're not making huge money. You know what I mean? But
yeah, and I think maybe my 3rd or 4th year in one of the district's customer service development, professional development things, there was a thing they talked about where someone had done research, and I think they said that like parents spend more waking hours a day with children than a parent does.
The teachers do, yeah.
I'm sorry, teachers spend more days. More hours in one day. So like you figure students up in the morning for an hour, at home with parents, they come home 4 or 5 o'clock, you get 3-4 hours, it's bedtime. We've just spent an 8-hour day with your monster. And so when they're frustrated and we get the comments, oh, there's too many breaks, and oh God, what do you mean they're home for 2 weeks? Like, if you gave birth to them and don't want them, how do you think we feel? So, but it's something like teachers spend like 75 to 80%, I think it was, of a child's waking hours in a whole year. So as a front office staff, my worry was always taking care of the teachers, because y'all need it. But you are amazing, and again, I thank you. There's lots more kids to come, I'm sure, who will run into you and will be blessed for it. So just keep it up, Mr. Lemon. Don't let them bully you. You're doing great.
Yeah. I'll try my best. Yeah, thank you. Look at that.
All right, Chad, have fun watching and talking. He's a great guy. He'll teach you a lot.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, Mrs. David.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Mom Boulder.
Wow, I didn't know this was gonna get so sentimental, Ferris. This is amazing.
My fault.
My bad.
Real quick, to stop the sentiment, think of the $10 again. Ball farter.
There it is. Coming in strong.
Paper Box House, think of the 420, brother. I appreciate you. Storming RLP, think of the $50 for art. Ignorus Astrorum, sorry, I can't read. I was an art kid. Thank you for the $100. Let's go get those kids some crayons or whatever they eat these days. And then Transfem Goku, thank you for the $6.90.
Oh, man.
Appreciate it.
So I talking about eating crayons. I had one girl one year. This is when I had a substitute in my class, and there was this boy that she was trying to impress. So she took some of the clay dust and decided to line it up and snort it. And she thought, wouldn't that be hilarious if I snort all of this clay dust? And from the stories that she told and the stories the classmates told, she was sneezing out like nasty clay snot for like 5 minutes straight. She did not impress the guy. But I will say it was that. Are you? I mean, some guys.
That's the
might
question
be into
that she was like missing actually in her brain.
but she got a full ride scholarship to Micah 3 years later. So I mean, You know, it's that kind of outside thinking that gets rewarded in the art world.
Do you think it had like, because you had to reuse the clay, right? Do you think like it had like the culminated experience of all the artists who have touched it before her?
That's right. It's like
had like an avatar moment.
soul.
Looked behind her and she saw like all the other artists.
Oh, so good.
That's right.
Oh man, serious 140 thing with a 30. I appreciate it.
Hey.
Why aren't you streaming to us your thing?
Because I have the mainstream. I don't want to blow up my internet.
Blow up your computer.
Okay, all right, I'll blow up my
Blow it
computer.
up!
My God, oops, Chris.
What?
God,
You
guys!
sound like that.
I'm horrified. Oh my god!
What?
Sounded like your uncle was like in the room with you. It just started. It sounded like you
Oh my God, Raycat, thank you for the 250.
Nah,
Wait,
he's
googly,
right now.
googly.
Let's go.
Yeah. It's a whole set of paints right there.
That's
Wait,
crazy.
really? Is that expensive? Great googly.
Oh
googly.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's a
Oh,
reason
yeah.
why most of them stick to digital these days. Is whenever they
Yeah,
can.
that's for sure.
We gotta
What's
fix
the most
this.
expensive paint?
It depends on the color because you're paying for the pigment, and so I mean some of these colors like cobalt. If you got a pure cobalt, not a cobalt hue, but cobalt, man, you can like cobalt watercolor. You get a tiny little tube, and that sucker for sure is like $40-$50 depending on the
What
brand.
brand do you guys usually go for?
The cheapest Blick. Personally, I use golden acrylics. That's what I've been using.
Ooh, that's majestic.
I actually dug out earlier today. I was going through my stuff and I dug out my toolbox thing of all of my acrylic paints from my acrylic paint class in college, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh. I was like, I forgot golden existed. I've been using what's it called? Artist Love from Michaels, because that's the closest word to me.
Mom, thank you so much for the 100.
Yay!
Yeah.
Hold on one second.
That's still a step up from the apple barrel that they sell at Walmart. I promise you that.
I don't think I've even tried those. There's a few things I've actually gotten for Walmart that I don't hate.
Okay.
Well, thank you for the 20.
But my, I also wanted to ask, what kind of paints do you guys usually use? Do you use acrylic? Do you go for oil? I know oil's crazy though.
Yeah, oil is crazy. Oil is just crazy in the classroom because you got a whole bunch of you have your 150 students that you see every day.
150, damn.
Yeah, and they're not all in at this class at the same time, but someone put some blue oil paint, had it on their hand, and now it's on the paper towel dispenser, and the next thing you know, you got that blue paint on every surface and every child and their brand new clothes, and it's just I don't like teaching oils. But the classes I teach aren't a lot of technique classes anymore, because I don't teach freshmen anymore because I don't have to because I've been doing this long enough. so my classes that I teach is really more up to the student to decide what kind of paints they want to use, and then what we can provide for them, we provide for them. But usually that's what we're trying to fix. They have to go out and buy the paints that they want to use, but we use a lot of acrylics just because I use a lot of acrylics. That's my go-to.
Acrylics the most fun in my opinion.
It's just immediate, and I'm an impatient kind of a fellow.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get this. If you want it to blend smooth, you can get some drying retarder, and you can add to it to make it slow down a little bit. But yeah, acrylic is. I mean, if you can do it with acrylic. Someday down the line, if you want to, you can do it with oil. It's just going to take a lot longer.
What freaking Saw 3 hand cam footage are you up to over there?
What?
I just saw a syringe and a fucking god. What?
I'm refilling one of my pens.
Oh, okay.
Wait, that's how you do it? I thought once you're done, it's over.
That's what Jigsaw says just before they pour all the oil into your organs.
Chris, the pink ink makes it look like you've done something evil in Danganronpa.
I have actual things for this.
Real quick, before you do that, before you show that off, Robin ! Thank you for 100.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yo.
Dude, we're over $1,000.
Man, you guys have some great people that follow you.
Yeah.
We sure do.
I'm sick of the 5.
Colors. I don't have any of the black ones. And plus, I always inject my favorite ink, which kind of clogs it up because it's acrylic ink, and these are not really acrylic inks that go in this pen. But I like the way it looks better because it dries completely matte.
We were gonna hit that.
What is it that you're using?
I use the Pilot parallel pens a lot for drawing, but the ink that Pilot comes with is kind of like whatever, kind of doo-doo in my opinion. But I use what it is
Doo-doo.
So
Grown-ass woman.
What? I use Daler Rowney. My favorite brand to use just because when you use Daler Rowney, at least for me, every time I use it, it dries completely matte. You don't really see streaks.
Is it toxic?
I have no clue.
Of course it is.
Yeah, ink usually is.
Also, I have not ingested it, so.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was a massive like art supply eater when I was a kid. Actually, I ate a lot of art supplies.
Did you eat clay?
No, I didn't eat clay, but I ate a lot of paint. Like, I drank the paint water nonstop.
Real quick, Normie. How you feeling over there, man?
I just stared at the can. Are you ready to use art block?
Stop! This is supposed to be a place for learning, not for berating.
Chad, I implore you to go to Skullscream.
You backed it up. I'm going to get you TOS so bad. Don't fuck with me.
I implore you to go look at the other perspectives. It's really funny.
I'll give it.
Also,
oh, man.
Could we get another like run back on the exact purpose of the stream, because I started it just halfway through the rules and stuff.
Just for your chat, yeah. So, for Lee's chat, we are doing a still life session with my high school art teacher, Jeremy Lemieux. Fantastic artist, taught me pretty much all the legit shit that I know. Because teaching is a real son of a bitch. They really don't give you a lot of funding for your kids in your art program. So we are raising some money for my old high school. So if you are interested, you come over to the Skullvolver stream and you can hit the tip button down below the stream. And whatever amount is in that bar today is going to the school and all the kids.
There you have it, chat.
So,
I will give you a link directly to the donate button right here. Copy link thing. Just in case if you're that lazy. If you're that fucking lazy, there it is in the chat.
But I saw you on that phone. You better not be on TikTok.
No, I was texting.
In class, bro?
He's texting for more art supplies, dude. He's texting for more art supplies.
Run away, take it out.
Beepers.
Oh, shit.
I feel like the train kid from Polar Express, bro. He did it.
I wanted to take a picture of my progress.
Oh, I see.
Wait, can I see?
I'm fucked up over here right now.
You have the scrub and beavers?
No, I do, but I want to see like the that angle. Thank you. I want to see that angle. Thank you.
Dude,
wait, why is that fire?
Why is it what?
Why is it smoking?
That was supposed to be the background.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. That's awesome sauce.
Thank you.
Now, who was it that was talking about teeth? I want to see the close up of the humanoid teeth.
I can zoom in a bit. I mean,
yeah.
There you go. We're zooming in. We're going in. We're going in. We're going in. We're going in.
There it is.
We're going in.
Yes.
What sketchbook this is? This is Stillman.
A tongue too, bro. That's impressive.
Oh wow. Did you get the fact that he only has one ear because I broke it off? Did you?
I didn't even notice that was supposed to be a ribbon.
I added it back in because it's cute. It's not accurate. Oh.
Better get that ink eraser out.
There we go. Okay, that's all fixed.
There's like
Buggle, damn Buggle.
What?
Just looking good, man.
Wow, that's looking great.
I'm going grayscale. I'm trying painting because I don't really paint digital.
Thinking thoughts. Think of the 420 billions must draw. True.
You know, Buggle, you're not going to make it very far in this industry if you're only going to be working with grayscale, which you're interested in. Sometimes you gotta.
I'm not. I've never drawn grayscale before. Okay, I've never. Come on.
They're gonna eat you alive out here, kid.
Please.
They're gonna be like,
I've never met the student that said I'm only into grayscale. It's every single time. It's I really like drawing eyes. Can I just keep drawing eyes?
Can I show you my anime? I'm gonna practice my anime right now.
Aura,
Draw a singular eye.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
The kids still do that? They still draw one big anime eye?
Bro,
Yeah.
hold on, right?
God.
I gotta make this authentic. I gotta draw one anime eye in the top right.
Hold on.
That's never not gonna happen. That's like an artist thing, I feel like.
I don't do this.
I hope so. If that ever stops, we've lost our way.
I need to draw the other ear. Hold on. There we go. That's
If
pencil.
it doesn't work after all this work I just put into fixing this, I'm gonna cry.
Lem, there's a video game I need you to play, by the way. I haven't recommended you a video game in a pretty long time, but there's one that I really need you to play.
Okay.
It's called Arctic Eggs. I need you to check that out, like, bad.
Okay.
It's a game about cooking eggs.
Okay.
And it's important. It's like a really important video game. Like,
I am pretty passionate about cooking eggs.
it's got this just like crazy cool art style. It's got this really like surprisingly deep writing.
Okay.
It's got eggs.
Definitely.
That's true. That's true.
Dude,
I'm screwed over
does it
here.
have loot boxes?
No.
What's the fucking point?
2 hours. It also only takes 2 hours to beat.
Okay, jokes off. I actually really want more video games that only take like an hour or two of my time.
Yeah.
Kind of rad.
Well, they call them egg cartons to be like thematic, but there are a couple like legendary drops you can get like for.
Shut up, man. This is not true.
egg cartons.
The Teflon coating? Oh, overpowered. They really need to take that shit out. Sorry for cousin.
He's yoking. He's yoking.
And put away your phone, young man.
My mom was texting me. My brother's in the hospital with ligma.
Why'd you sound like Eminem?
That's who I was in high school. I was.
That's true.
No, it's not. I was. We're not
Why
talking
did you
about that.
lie? Why did
Simpsons
you lie?
pajama
I just wanted to impress Lemmy Hugo. The last name was in French, and I thought we could bond over that. But now it just seems that I'm an idiot who can't draw. So
No.
Normie crash out. Chat, is this justified?
All right, over here.
Lem, you should tell Norm where you're from.
I'm from Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Sheboygan.
Sheboy from Sheboygan. There I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you think I would resonate with that? Because Wisconsin has all the cheese.
Yeah, that and when Lem used to tell us, he'd tell us about the sausage festival.
Yeah, the bratwurst days. Yeah, we really celebrate sausage.
Is Lemahue of a French origin?
It is French, yeah, but we got kicked out for being the wrong religion a long time ago.
Oh,
so
mon
we
Dieu.
were
Spaghetti monster.
Désolé.
Yeah, Normal's Canadian. We're kind of around the map.
Very
here.
exotic, yeah.
Chris is New York. Buggle is Cali.
California.
Keepers, where are you from?
I spawned in Cuba and moved over here.
Oh.
That's
Lee's
my-
all the way in Ireland,
Hello.
and then Normal's Canadian.
Never said that.
Oh, I did.
I do like
Charles
referring.
counting my fingers.
I do like referring to where you like grew up as a spawn point, because then you can be like, oh bro,
Yeah.
my spawn point was so jank. I got spawned in like Ohio, like a terrible
The
spawn
Bronx.
point. Terrible spawn point.
I'm Florida, bro.
Oh yeah, in Sausage, Florida. So I knew I was forgetting one.
Wow.
Stop! Don't! Don't! I heard the tone of your voice. Don't do it.
After all
Not
the
here, not
voices
now.
right now.
All these years, everything I've done for you.
Shut up! No, I'm gonna live. He doesn't know the bit. He doesn't know the bit. You can't.
Is it the bit where
I
Bugs
don't know
Bunny
any
like
bit.
saws off
Socks.
Florida?
Socks just likes to. He just likes to like create fake drama on stream. He's been telling everybody for like a year now that we're dating, like any chance he can get.
Wow.
And it's just not true.
That's dangerous.
And I know, right? That's what I'm saying.
That's dangerous.
It's not that
Don't
it's
lie.
not true to you. It's that you just act away on and off stream.
Shut up! Shut up!
Wait, I'm actually nervous. Wait, it's all bit, right? To make sure, 100%.
Yeah.
That's all bit. Okay. I was like, he's got to make two triple check sure.
Oh man.
Also, has anyone noticed that the eyes on that reindeer are so scary?
Yeah, like
I
don't like
thought
her
it was
staring
the
at me.
nose, and then
It
I
is the
zoomed
nose,
in.
isn't it?
Yeah, he's like angry.
Like they're like little.
What's their
bees.
problem? What's their problem? What is staring
Is
at
it?
me?
Is
They got
it
scary
not?
problem.
You can see one eye on the right and a nose.
No, I thought it was, but I zoomed in. Zoom in really close on the picture and look at it.
Oh wait.
Right?
I should put this eye over the reindeer.
Oh,
they're
it's
like
two
big
eyes.
eyes.
Oh,
It does have two eyes.
Chris, would
Hungry,
draw-
did you file?
That's
No.
crazy.
I did
I'm
just
gonna
turn
edit
my
my
whole sink like a dark black gray though. So there's that.
Oh, the Resident Evil smudge.
Also, wait, look
Chris,
what I have sitting on my
your
thing.
lighting is scary. Damn.
Dude, my Master Shake photo card. Give me that, you witch.
What the hell? Beepers asked for it. I have to give it to Beepers.
What?
Yeah.
That's mine.
You want to see something crazy?
What?
Peter Pan Pirates Band.
Whoa, isn't that like a
It
lot
ain't
of
that crazy, bro.
This is
Wait,
worth
that's actually
$400.
What?
Wait, can I have that?
I
Can have
unpacked
that?
the pack at Best Buy because I was bored.
That's really worth $400. That card right there.
Yeah.
Can I borrow it?
Give it a,
Get your nasty little fingers off it. Get on TCP Trader now.
Quick, send that shit over, quick!
Oh, Socks, while you're here, do you like Steve from Minecraft?
Oh my gosh, Steve.
Chris, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I am Steve.
Whoa!
Classic life. Classic.
No way.
What? Dude, give me that right now.
No.
How am I supposed to give it to you right now?
Bring it to AWA.
Alright, I
can
got
have,
it.
Wait, can I have that actually instead?
Beepers? Go back to wherever you're from.
Oh, bro!
Socks, you can't say that.
It doesn't matter where he spawned, bro. It mattered where he saved his game.
Matters where he laid
That's the
on his
United
bed.
States of America.
Call back to
Sick.
whatever seed you generated. That was crazy.
Heavens. Lord
I got him
above.
in a gachapon, and it was like him or the girl
Also,
or like all these cool monsters.
Also, funny kid, think of it, the 1337, heard SCAD when the big story happened and went to their Atlanta branch and graduated. Wanted to send some dough for the art program. Also, how much are Lee's commission prices?
You literally cannot afford them. I'm sorry.
Wait,
They're
that
laughing.
anime eye is kind of crazy good.
I know. It's okay. You don't have
It's
to tell
kind
me.
of fire.
But, thanks anyway. I should be humble and thank you for the compliment. Thank you.
Yeah!
I don't normally compliment
Wait,
noobs.
I did not
Yeah.
go to SCAD. I went to Art Institute of Atlanta. And they scanned me and I got all my money back. But I won a SCAD Silver Key Award for a piece I did in
Yeah, you did.
2014, 13, question mark? Sometime around then. Also, demo, I think I missed that one. Thank you for the 10. I appreciate that.
I went to SCAD. I did grad school there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So not only, yeah, dude, it was great. I learned so much. I learned so much there. It was, grad school is way different than like undergrad stuff. In that all you do is, I started off by telling you why I was into art, and it was about the ideas. And grad school is only about the ideas and not at all about like technique or whatever, which makes sense because if you go into a contemporary art gallery, it all looks like trash. Or it looks like something that you could do, or can't believe this is in here, or whatever. But it's it's all the discourse surrounding the artwork that matters. And grad school did it. Yeah, like Piss Christ, definitely.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I got a funny story about stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So senior year in my school, so I had a chairman at my major's. So my major is cartooning and illustration's the sister. major, and we shared a printing lab in the main building. And so this is like, I think around the time like Trump was like getting elected. And my chairman, it's funny because he hated cartoons. He thought we weren't real artists, and he took some of the students from our major and was like, I'm bringing you to an opera to show you real art. It was that's how he saw it. And so there was one time in like junior, senior year or something where he came in with a big canvas and he made a portrait of Donald Trump with his own shit. And so he scanned it on the student scanners in our lab.
With his shit?
Yeah, with it right on there. And then he left with it. And he made the student, like, employees there have to clean it up.
Oh!
Oh, wow.
Who's this guy?
His name is Thomas Woodruff.
Yep.
Yeah, what is that? Name drop?
That's full name.
No, he actually, he quit, I think, like a year or two after I graduated in 2019, and he blew up on Twitter last year, and a bunch of, like, graduates were making fun of him because he's a terrible person.
Why should they even force him to quit? Like, how do you make a dookie piece and then not get kicked out of the school? Am I missing something?
Bro, your art is literally shit.
Horrible teachers.
This is shit.
This is your shit. You're shit at this.
It was literally shit from a butt. Like, I wish I was kidding.
That's insane.
Like,
bro, you gotta be shitting me.
I'm not gonna say it.
He did?
He straight up did that, and then like, yeah.
How did no one attack though?
This little flower pot on the bottom right is my
wanted to.
fucking enemy right now, bro.
Why? So easy.
Is it handmade? It's not. The shape's like fucking with me bad.
I did it just fine.
One on the left is handmade.
But not the little flower pot to the right?
Oh,
Clearly not.
no.
That looks like like
sugar
you
bowl?
you put sugar in it.
Oh, okay, the sugar bowl. What
Now
is
that you
that?
understand its use, maybe you'll be able to keep up.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's just like it's at a slight angle, so the right
That's
handle
right.
is a little behind the body.
That's right.
Yep.
What do you mean?
But there
And
doesn't
there's
need to
probably
hear it
some
from
type
me
of a
because he already knows.
Oh.
You
He
should.
intuited it directly.
You should.
Guys, this is like advanced. I'm right now doing techniques I've never done before.
Me
And-
too, bro.
This is, I don't know, this is still life. Have you tried like unstill life? Like trying to draw someone who's like moving all over the place? That's whenever it gets advanced.
Wait, that's badass. Actually, that means you will basically like do frame by frame drawing because you have to constantly remember it
Yeah,
nonstop. And,
you,
like,
you have to draw the life's after images. It's pretty hard.
I mean, that is like a style of what's the word? Like studying. What's the word?
I
Help.
believe you're
studying-
talking about gesture drawings.
Portraiture?
Yeah.
Gesture, sure. It is. We
Where's
had
your
we,
style?
we had a in my college. We had a girl come in with, and she was like a farmer girl. So she was like 13, and she came in with a whole goat, and we
Oh
were
my
told
God.
we were told to draw them.
She
And,
did
like,
go.
She didn't stand still, and the goat didn't stand still. So like, and he was like, "Well, it moved. You better change your painting." So you're right. That's one of those art lessons that some art people like to.
That's not even an art lesson. That's just a life lesson. Fuck you.
Sometimes the goat moves, brother.
you gotta move with the goat.
I think it can help with like understanding when a thing is moving around. You see it from more angles, and it makes it harder to draw it from one angle. But if you can understand it, then it should be easier to draw from one angle.
Right.
Should be.
I think
Should
I made
be.
pot of greed.
Doesn't mean it is though.
Mm-hmm.
You made pot of greed?
Yeah, I just deleted it. I looked at pot of greed a little bit. I believe that. Just pot of greed.
How about you draw 3 cards from the top?
My turn. I could choose pot of greed to draw Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Okay. What about the other 2?
Why is it bleeding? Oh,
Oh,
because
look
look at
ish.
the reference. One of its ears is missing. See?
I like it.
This reindeer vexes me, but it's also so mesmer.
This reindeer vexes me.
I just realized, has any artist made like mulch like sculptures?
Almost definitely.
Sure.
There's gotta be.
I'm gonna Google it right now.
Actually, I went on a school field trip to St. Augustine in 4th grade, and it was drilled into our heads like, don't mess with anything, don't mess anything up. And me and my friends had the bright idea to take some mulch and just kind of scrape it on some of the walls.
Oh my
and
god.
like, it'll wash off in the rain. We weren't in the right, but actually no, this was 5th grade that this happened. This was my 5th grade field trip, and we just like wrote our names in the mulch scrapings. And
Well, that's how you get caught, Socks.
Yeah.
Are you watching now?
Actually, no. This was 4th grade. This wasn't. I don't remember what grade this was. But anyway, I missed. We got in like huge trouble, and because of it, I wasn't able to go to my like the end of the year party.
Oh
man.
And my teacher hated like all of her class. So
I hated my teacher.
Evil.
I loved my like programming teacher. He was like badass.
Couldn't be me, fellas. Couldn't be me.
Look, I'm gonna be real. I think it was an overreaction. I think we should have gotten in trouble. I don't think we should have missed like the end of year, like spring fun.
The Jubilee, as it were.
Bro did not get to play Red Rover.
No.
They said, all socks over, and no one responded. And they put their heads down somberly in unison.
Poured out a 40 on the fucking blacktop.
Actually,
Also, whatchamacallit? Was your guys' high school more advanced than your college, or was your college more advanced than your high school? Because my high school was like wild as hell. Like we actually had like crazy like classes and like end year projects.
Well, Beepers, I have a funny answer to that. If it was the high school I was supposed to go to, yeah, it would have been pretty fucking advanced comparatively to my college, right? But when I joined the fine arts program, it was combined with my local public school. And they were like, "Don't worry. By your beginning of your 11th grade year, you will have a brand new state-of-the-art 3-story, super fancy, awesome, like complete fine arts school." And then they opened it the year after I graduated.
nice.
Well, the superintendent was trying to take all that money away from the school and use it for himself, and so, but it was a whole bunch of legal issues for why Ferris didn't get to enjoy the new school.
And it is.
Yeah.
I mean, Aaron, you say it's got cushy art supplies, but you guys had a Cintiq in there. Okay, we never had a Cintiq. All right,
you're right.
Because the thing is, now they have. What is it? You have like a painting room, you have a digital art room, you have a clay room, and then you have like a kind of like just like a theory like discussion room, right? Like 4 of them, kind of.
What? That's weird.
Yeah.
And back at my school, we had one long room where there were some tables for painting.
You sound like that. You sound like that girl from fucking Magic School Bus at my old school.
Shut up, boy.
I mean,
and I, like, dude, it was horrible. It was like clay everywhere in all the computers. You would like turn on a computer and like clay would like come out of
the dust would be flying. That's actually true. Yes.
It was rough. It was rough. We had a horrible art room, but we did.
And every semester, I would take the air compressor and open up the desktop computers and like take the case off, and I would just blow the inside, and it would just be dusty in that room for me, just trying to clean out those computers. Yeah.
If you threw your bag down in the wrong spot, it would be like, it would be like you set a smoke grenade.
I got a fun little story about the usefulness of my art degree. It was the only thing that was close enough to animation because I wanted to be an animator. The only thing that was available was digital media arts, and I believe they changed the name of the course as it went on, from like digital media to media art to I don't fucking remember. I think they eventually like settled on like media art as the course name, and it was mostly still art, Photoshop, typography, and some film studies. Whenever it was time to do a dissertation or like a final piece, it was like, okay, make 4 pieces of media that are all like 2 minutes long each. And I was like, so they're all doing like videos and I'm trying to do animation. Can I like get some sort of like compromise here? Because 8 minutes of like video editing, 8 minutes, not to discredit the art that is filmmaking, which I'm also still interested in this day. I think that's where my interest in filmmaking came from. But like animating 8 minutes is a lot harder than like acting out and like recording 8 minutes like in front of the camera.
8 minutes of animation is crazy.
But they were like, no, too bad.
So much work.
Too bad. Too bad. If you're doing art or if you're doing animation, it's still got to be 8 minutes. I was like, okay, so I just animated like 8 minutes of dog shit. But what will always stick in my mind is that the one time that they were trying to teach anything to do with animation was the usual Adobe Flash. Open up Adobe Flash. Don't worry, we got a guy who's going to join in like a guest lecturer or a like teacher, like a stand-in guy, and he's like, hey, I'm the Flash guy. I'm here to teach you all about Flash. Okay, everybody. And this is like, these are all 18-year-olds, 17, 18, 19-year-olds. Okay, open up your computer. Create a new document. We're going to teach you how to do a tween. All right, draw a circle. And this was the whole fucking like class. So I just got back to work. I just got back to what I was doing. I'm like, not proud of it. Just self-taught. If you want to learn how to do anything these days, you can like look up like tutorials and stuff. But there's one thing that eluded me, and that's whenever I would do a tween, my character would fucking explode. Like whenever
every time.
So my character exploded and I just couldn't understand. I didn't know how to look up this problem. I didn't understand how to like Google the problem. It needed to be taught. It needed to be like a conversation. So in the middle of the class, I said, hey man, this thing keeps on happening. With everyone was like moving like a circle from left to right, I was trying to draw Shadow the motherfucking Hedgehog like holding a Chaos Emerald, and he would lift it up, and his whole arm and the Chaos Emerald and his head would explode and go flying all over the screen. And the stand-in guy said, oh, that's because your anchor point is different from the start of the keyframe to the last keyframe. And I stood up, turned around, and shook his hand. And I said, very out loud, that is the first thing that I've been learned. The first thing I've taught. First thing I've learned in the entire 3 years of this course. And the course director was livid. Like she was looking daggers at me.
Oh no.
I got sent out. I got sent outside. That's it. That's all. That's my story.
I mean, in defense of that teacher, let me tell you, there's nothing more difficult than teaching animation because it's such a logical sequence of events.
Yep.
For me to walk into someone else's mess
Yep.
and tell them where they messed up is virtually impossible. I've gotten better over the years, but still, it's like, it's going to be 20 minutes because you didn't follow, you didn't follow instructions. Right?
It's true. It's true.
Angry. Right, but had you done the sequence, it would have worked.
No, of course, but you don't understand. Like, I wasn't even being sarcastic to that guy. I was genuinely thankful. Like, he knew his stuff, but he had to teach as slow as like the weakest link in the class, which was we weren't taught anything. So they were like, all right, we're starting over. I'm like, okay, so we have to start over. I'm not paying attention. So I then asked, like, whatever, like, he calmed on and he was like letting everyone doing their own thing. Then I could interrupt and say, hey, this is something that's been bothering me for literally years because I'm interested in this, like, craft. And like,
I kind of want to know. Not that because no one animates in Adobe Flash anymore. I mean, it doesn't even exist, right? Right, because it was awful. I want to know what he told you because the kids were asking me that when I'm trying to teach them. Like, I don't know. I have no idea why.
I used to be so convinced I was gonna be like a little like animator, like cartoonist type, and that was like what. So I was like, I'm gonna be like the Newgrounds greats. I'm gonna be a Flash animator, and I remember I had it like down pat to a point, but it was like everybody. We were just like suffering trying to do Flash in that computer lab, and I'll never forget the day. Well, I wonder if you remember this when, God, it was either I was getting asked for help or like a whole bunch because I kind of had figured out what I was doing, and I was like, I said something wrong to the wrong person, and I went, how do you not get that? and my friend Zoe, she stood up, and she was quiet. She's one of the smartest girls I've ever met. She stood up and she went, hey. She was like, hey. like this quiet, like she was like this like super peaceful like Fujo. She would sit around, read yaoi, bother nobody, draw really great art. It was just one of the best students you could ever ask for, right? And she was like, hey.
You don't talk like that.
She was like, not all of us get it as fast as you, all right? And I was like, jaw dropped. I was like, And she was like, so just, how about you just like accept the fact that not everybody's gonna like work the same as you. You can't do everything either. And I'm like,
There. God emoji.
Dude, that was like a life learning. Like anytime now that I like, it's kind of like where a lot of my patience comes from now. Like, because you remember that day I had to walk you through modding Lethal Company?
Yeah.
That girl is the reason I was able to do that for you.
Oh no.
Wow.
That's where my patience came from.
I feel like that puts a lot into perspective. Because when you get like really impatient, like then it must be like crazy.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Like specific? I mean, yeah, because it's like, you know, all I can think of is her standing up and yelling at me, and I'm like, it's okay, it's fine. I got time to have my watch. So take your time.
It's funny you mentioned like Flash should never be used for animation, and it shouldn't. You're correct. It should not be used for animation. The time to drop some high-level government secrets. Whenever I was working on a kids show called Roy, it was live action, had cartoons. One cartoon character was animated, and it was all done in Flash. And because it was a live action, like Roger, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, deal, the camera was a shaky cam on purpose. The camera was the cameraman was shaking the camera all over the place, and all of the storyboards of the character would be like half body, or you don't have to have his left arm in the scene because he like crops out to the left of the camera. And then whenever they had all the animation done, they put it in via After Effects, Premiere Pro, and because of the shaky cam, the camera would shake down, left, and it would show all of the body parts that were missing of the drawn character.
No, bro.
So the director was like, we're finished. We're literally finished. All of this animation is imported from Canada. There's no fucking way we can make this work. All of it has to be like looked over, and we have to do specific notes for every single fucking scene. We're done. It's over. No one here knows how to do Flash. So he punched the fucking desk, and me hired as a video editor, like I shakily put my hand up saying like, I know Adobe Flash. So I was like, my job description changed on the spot that day. I was just there like cleanup animator for the rest of the year.
Oh no.
That's so funny.
It was hilarious.
Dude, like you standing up in a room full of people who are like, we're fucking cooked.
It was over. And the worst part is like the director was cool and the boss was cool, and I loved all of my teammates. They were all awesome, but the producer was terrible. Good news, he got removed from the project, and now everyone's doing really well. I checked up on them about like a year ago, 10 years later, and they're all like really happy, and that's awesome. But back in the day, the producer was like, hey, what are you doing? Like, we can't like monitor all this. Like your job is like stupid. You're not doing anything. You're not doing like the video edits that you were hired for. Meanwhile, team leaders would walk up to me and be like, hey Lee, I need you to change this animation in Flash because you moving the character slightly to the left will mean that one of my team workers won't have to rotoscope the actress's hair for 2 weeks, and they can see their family tonight. And I was like, it would just be a matter of me going like, you got it, and then I would just do a little edit in the animation file and then update it through the cloud, and then that would be it. I would literally walk over to their desk as it was updating, and I'd be like, refresh, and they'd refresh it, and then they'd start like weeping, like I don't have to work for like 5 days. I can have dinner with my family because they were doing so much overtime. And then the producer banned me from it.
Just walking up and putting a hand on his shoulder and being like, refresh.
it was so easy because none of them knew how like Flash worked. It was one of those like, you know, how do you not get this deals? But I was just like, it's fine. I kind of enjoy being the wizard that everyone walked up to, like, you can make this happen. Fuck that producer though. He sucked.
Go ahead, name drop like Chris did. Let's do it. Fuck it. We're keeping them all tonight, man.
No, I'll let him enjoy. I'll give him a chance to get out of here. Get out of town. Anytime I would ask for like time off, he would say no, I'm not giving you the time off. So I'd walk over to the boss and I'd be like, hey boss, either give me this time off or I quit, and you'll have no animator. And he's like, approved.
When you put it that way.
Roy was fun. It was actually really fun. I learned so much from that. Even just like as like the 2 weeks of like a video editor. That's all I needed. If any of those like bosses or producers saw like how I edit my videos, they would probably like have a hernia and try to strangle me. I do not do it correctly at all.
feel like I've watched Roy before. Strange, because it's like, how did I get my hands on that?
Yeah, it is very much an Irish-centric, like, you know, cartoon or show. It's so Irish. It's so aggressively Irish. It's not that funny. I don't know how it would have gotten across the seas to you. Maybe through, I don't know.
Don't underestimate the Tumblr cartoon fandom, bro.
You know what? That's fair.
Don't ever.
It's probably YouTube or something. Like
Probably
re-uploads.
YouTube. There was like a Naruto like themed episode. I didn't even get to work on that one. I was so pissed. I was gonna put in so many fighting game references.
Oh,
There was not a Roy fandom? Don't ever say that. Don't ever say there wasn't a Blink
they'll
fandom.
show up.
you're
They'll show
wrong.
up.
You're incorrect. It's always
Wait, I've
just
seen
not
this
true.
guy. I had to Google Roy.
Oh, have you
Right?
seen have you seen like the Marvel combo I snuck into it?
No.
So there's an episode where you had to write like oh my god, this is my one fucking like conversation piece that I keep on fucking repeating every goddamn time I talk to anyone. I'm sorry, chat. I know you've heard me say this like a million times. There was a scene where he's like scribbling like scientific like formulas on his arm, and the storyboard just had a literal squiggle. So I drew that, and then the network said no, it can't be a squiggle. It has to be like legible but not mean anything. And I was like, you got it. So I just put in like my Phoenix Wright combo from Marvel vs. Capcom 3 on his arm.
That is so funny. What the hell?
And they were like, oh, that looks great. What is it? What does it mean? I said, nothing. I just made it up. And then they made it. And he's like, okay, it went gold. And I started snickering. And the director grabbed me by the collar. He's like, what did you fucking do? What did you do?
Me when I sneak the launch codes into Looney Tunes.
Giggles, kicks my feet. Oh, I have it. I have it right here. Hang on. I'll toss into the thing, and then I'll never say another thing again. I've taken over the conversation too much.
No, you're fine.
There you go.
I love hearing about
Right
it.
now.
Beautiful stories about
Like
art,
sharing this
dude.
nonsense. Thank you, Tag.
Oh, I see the shaky cam. Jesus Christ.
No, it was awful. It was awful, and they could have they could have
wow.
done it all in post too. They could have made their lives so much easier, but no, it has to be authentic.
Chat. I am not fucking with my Windows source right now, but I'm gonna link the tweet so you can see the video. That's crazy.
What did you do to my drink?
Shut up.
Swing Bob.
Normal.
What?
Where is it?
What are you up to?
Where's what?
Norm, are
falling.
you really that nervous, Norm? Do you want me to
Is
help?
my stream not up?
Oh,
Don't
it's
just-
just like
Oh,
campus.
it's just been a blank screen the whole time.
You're on a
That's
blank
why we were
canvas
laughing
right
earlier.
now.
But I'm not.
Oh yeah, prove it.
I don't.
Well, Norm.
Why was it this entire time?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh wow! Wait, look at that! No, we didn't see any of that.
No.
Wait,
I
it's
thought you were
crazy.
making fun of my pot, dude. I was so sad.
No! Oh my god!
He said, "Normal." He said, "Normal." What was that? I was like, why would you say that to me?
It was blank. I thought you were
You're
sitting doing
good.
nothing for an hour and a half.
No, that was so
Wow.
rude.
This is
If it
really
makes you
good,
feel
Normal.
better, if it makes you feel better, I accidentally muted Bungle for like 30 minutes straight.
What do you mean? Why did you do that?
Why do you do that, bro?
I was looking at like the streams and like I was trying to like adjust my like windows and I was like, huh. Let me
You're
see if I
evil.
can figure out how to see everyone, like who's talking when. And I was like, wait, why is Bungle muted? I thought maybe he had his mic off, and no, I had him muted by accident.
Oh my fucking
You're
god.
evil. You're
Oh my
evil
God.
for doing that.
Why do
You
you
hate
eat that
me.
fucking like that?
It's
I'm
okay.
sorry. I've been silenced.
I also say it's an accident whenever I mute Buggle for half an hour. Oops.
It wasn't a
My goat. My goat.
What's the worst reaction someone's ever had to your critiques as a art teacher?
I mean, there's a lot of crying. That's
You don't ever like crash
Do
out.
you feel bad? Do you feel bad when they cry?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Oh,
yeah, no, it's I mean, it's heartbreaking.
I would cry.
Yeah.
I got over it eventually, but like starting out, like it's tough. It's tough going from like everybody, because just the fact you can draw in middle school, right? Everybody's like, you're
Yeah,
fine,
like,
you're
oh,
good,
you're the
and it looks
artist.
great. Oh wow, artist, great. But then like all of a sudden you're doing fine arts, and it's like, you're not hot shit anymore. Like you need to learn, and it's like, I wasn't ready
My
for that.
analogy for that is when I was in like the 6th grade, I was reading at like a university, like a high school level, like a 12th grade level, and then when I got to high school, I was reading at a 12th grade level, and it wasn't impressive anymore.
Douglas, take it for the 100.
It meant nothing.
Hey.
Wow.
Honestly, though, critiques, I feel like it's better to get a bad, or like, I guess like a quote-unquote like mean critique than like nothing. Like when I was in college, there were so many times where I would draw something and like we would do critiques, and like we would have the whole class stand in front of everything, and they'd be like, all right, what do you think about hers? And they'd look at mine, and no one would say anything. It was dead silence. Like, you know how I complained to you, Ferris, where I'm like, I just wish people would talk about my art with me, like talk about art with me? That's why, because I literally and I'm not joking when I say almost every fucking class, when we did a critique, no one had anything to say about my work.
Maybe they
The
were
teacher would have to poke and prod.
I'm scared of it
and
right
beg
now.
them.
Well,
Why?
maybe they're gonna.
You're raising your voice. I'm scared. I'm very terrified. I don't think I'll ever speak to you about anything. Never mind your art. That'd be like the last thing I do.
You also have like a jigsaw lighting. Your jigsaw lighting. They might think you might put them under the table and kill them or something.
No.
What if you?
The thing is like, in school I was very shy, so I barely spoke to anyone except for like the 2 friends I had.
Oh.
Oh wait.
Oh, badass.
Shit. Okay. But Lem, did you say which one was what was the worst critique you've ever had?
Yeah, I mean it's got, I mean they all blend together, but or you asked it what I gave or that I got.
No, I mean like the worst reaction someone had to it.
Thanks,
I mean, so I
Nico.
guess crying is just kind of like the general like.
Welcome. We're doing art.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
no one's
the-
ever been like, I think you're wrong. I think you're stupid.
No, no one's ever done that. But certainly on the car ride home, I'm getting a phone call from some mom being like, "Why is my child crying in the car today?" So I've gotten those phone calls where it's, but you know what's interesting though is at every single level that I've gone to school. Whether it's in college or even graduate school, you have these like 45-year-olds who are in grad school and they're crying.
What?
Because of the critique. But I don't. For some people, that's not part of the process. But I think for a lot of us artists, we're actually putting a lot of ourselves into it, and when it becomes deeply personal. If you've ever made anything, you kind of understand.
Yeah.
But and I get that, and I try to be sensitive to that as a teacher. But we're all pulling in the same direction. At least in my classroom, we are, because I really want people to get better. It's not like putting them in their place. That it's part of the industry. Like that's not how I operate. You know, it's just like. Don't you said you wanted to get better, man. So like maybe you should start taking steps towards that, you know?
Exactly.
And that hurts because they realize it's their fault that they made art that wasn't as good as they had wanted to. And that's every level, and especially in college, like you're paying a lot of money to get that feedback. And you've let yourself down, or you've let your parents down, and there's a lot in that. But at the end of the day, I don't really feel responsible for the responses that my students give. I'm responsible to help them, if that makes sense. And sometimes that hurt. But I'm also I mean, I'm a maker. I like to make things, and it's important to me. I try to keep it, you know, as productive as possible. Now, one last story, because I've been talking a long time now. But like, I had a professor at SCAD who asked me, "Are you colorblind?" And I was like,
Oh my god!
I was like, "No, I'm not colorblind." And she's like, "Well, there's different variations of colorblindness, you know, that some people, you just might not know that you're colorblind." I'm like, "Lady, I'm not colorblind."
Don't worry, fam. We're gonna find the color blindness that suits my agenda right here. We're gonna find it.
Right. Well, funny, I have a friend who's he doesn't tell people he's colorblind. I know he's colorblind, but he's like in the movie television industry, like deep. And in the art side of things, like art director, for movies and TV shows that you know, and he is colorblind as colorblind can be, and he just makes it work. So, but apparently, according to Vanessa, we're calling out people. I forgot what her last name is, but we're calling her out. Vanessa, who called herself the female Banksy, even though no one knew who she was. She asked if I was colorblind, and that's the kind of criticism that isn't helpful. Instead of saying maybe your colors could get mixed better, here's how. The comment was, I think something's wrong, like physically wrong with you. You know, that's not helpful.
Oh, okay. So this was her critique to you. This wasn't.
That was her critique of my work. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Sorry if I wasn't clear. Yeah, that was. So I'm at that point like 29, 30. You know, trying to get better at painting, and she's like, "You're colorblind, dude." I'm like, "Nope, I'm not."
Female Banksy.
That's just not
I
true.
can't get over that.
That's female Banksy.
Oh, same lady. I had made some artwork that SCAD bought for me, which is cool. But it was like some text-based stuff, you know, some real grad school level art that has words on it instead of pictures, you know. And I had like carved these words into wet like drywall plaster, so it was all like crackly and stuff. And it said, "Identity is fluid," right? That was the phrase. And it was personal to me because at the time I was like dealing with like infertility issues or whatever. And so like that fluid as identity mattered to me. That lady, man, this female Banksy, Vanessa, she
this is a therapy session. This is great.
Dude, she took that phrase and she put it on t-shirts and started selling it on her personal website.
Oh,
What
the fuck, Vanessa?
So I bought one. As anyone should do. I bought one, and that was a comfortable t-shirt, but let me tell you, those things got taken down in a hurry because one of my other professors was like, was that your phrase or was that her phrase? I was like, that's mine. She's like, you better check out her website. So anyways, same lady. If you're a jerk in one area of life, you're probably a jerk in lots of areas.
Oh my God.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, choosing Banksy as the person you want to kind of like name yourself off of is kind of a giveaway to me. I don't know.
Chad, don't fuck with Lem, Chad. He will fuck you over in the most hilarious petty way ever. That's great. I love that you bought the shirt and just wore it in. That's awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and then the next semester I did a series of self-portraits, like with photography, and I was definitely wearing that T-shirt in those, in those self-portraits. It was
That's fire, man.
But I am the most passive-aggressive person you'll ever meet, and I am unabashed about it. Like, I'm not gonna get in your face at all, ever. But yeah, I'll definitely passive aggressively buy the t-shirt that was stolen from me. Definitely.
That's awesome. Damn, Vanessa.
What's
I
up,
wanted to point out Telosi's message a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, saying what?
You want to scroll up and read it?
What is it? What did Telosi send? Our dear Telosi. One time in my art class, this girl hated what our teacher had to say about her art, so she said, "I'm glad your wife left you." Oh my God!
No.
No! That's horrible!
That's so rude.
God. That's what we were giggling about earlier. Sucks.
There's that, and then also Adrian.
The 9/11 gift shop fucking project.
Hey, I just saw that you had someone else in the chat who's currently at SCAD right now too. So I just wanted to give out. I think it was like Italian base or something. But oh yeah, I think that's who it was. So way to go. Stick it out. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
it's great.
Oh yeah, yes. And I've had some of the worst teachers at SCAD, and then I had one really super good one. Yeah, sometimes just one really good one's all it takes.
Honestly, I feel like that's the main issue with art school is just getting like shit teachers. And
The
having,
gamble.
Like, yeah, it's evil. I based all of my classes based off one of my like upperclassmen who like recommended me teachers, and these were all like Marvel DC guys. Like I had a guy, I call him the guy who ruined my life. This one teacher. He's like a big shot in DC and like DC Comics, not like Washington DC. And he was evil. Like this man was like, I have no favorites, but then he would pick on me in class and he would like make fun of me to the whole class.
Aw.
And it was like evil. I was like, this is evil. And then it was like junior
Chris,
year, I finally found.
puts her hand on your shoulder. You're my favorite, and I pick on you all the time.
I'm your favorite.
That's all I'm saying. That's all you get for today.
Wow. Wow.
Neither confirmed nor denied. No, fuck that guy then.
Yeah, no, it was. I think my favorite thing was I was walking around New York Comic Con last year, and I'm like walking around with my friend and a Russian Dan, and I'm like, you know, it'd be really funny if we found him here, because I know he comes every year because he's a big shot. And then as I turn my head to the right, I see his fucking booth.
Scripted.
And there he is, sitting there with his big smile on his face, and I was like, you bald motherfucker. I wanted to like jump at his booth and like scream at him.
Foxy jumps.
Yeah, I literally want to like. I was like, I can't. Like, why are you here? It makes me like, ugh. But then there's like the few teachers that I've had that were nice. It's funny. The teachers I enjoyed the most were not my cartooning teachers. They were my illustration teachers. Like I did fashion illustration, and that was like my favorite class in the world, even though I only took those in the last year of school.
Yeah, fucking all the best teachers I had at Art Institute were funny because they were all dudes who were pretty good at drawing, but went, this shit sucks, get out of here, just go network. I was like, okay. I was like, oh, for real? I'll never forget. Oh my god, I had a butcher. We had a guy named Butcher, like you know the boys like. Boy, you be. But he was nowhere near that. He was like this real funny little like type of guy who like think like cube brush tutorials, like drew like really cool like spaceships and like character designs and stuff. And he was a really, really chill guy. I would walk around with his coffee cup, and he was like, I'll never forget, there was this project, and I have it on a hard drive somewhere, I could probably find it, that my buddy did, where bless his heart, Jeremy's gotten much better at art, but when we were like Art Institute, that's the thing about Art Institute, it's not like SCAD where you have to like be good enough to really get accepted. Art Institute would kind of just like let anyone in on the like.
Nah, SCAD does that too. SCAD.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, whichever fancy school. The point is, Art Institute like literally let you in if you drew like a stick man, because they're like, we're going to teach you how to knot. And so, fucking Jeremy, like he was one of those guys, and he was a funny dude. You know, he's a good guy, and we had this storyboard project where we had to we had to storyboard like a fable, and he had done some story about like a floating goat head that visits like a girl who's like abandoned in like a cabin or some shit. But I remember Butcher sitting back like, hold on, I'm gonna doodle it over here, chat. Like he was literally like, with his clipboard, his little glasses. And he literally just sat there with his legs crossed, watching this like seriously one of the worst storyboards I've ever seen in my life. And I mean, it's just like horrible. And he was sitting there like just taking it all in, like mouth covered. And Jeremy finishes it and he goes, so what'd you think, Teach? And he went, it's horrible. You pass. Like, it was so like absolutely like just dog water terrible that it looped around into like this bewilderment that it could be so bad that he was like impressed with it. He was like, because the thing is, Jeremy, it's not like he was lazy. Jeremy was in there like every night busting ass in the animation lab, like doing it. Like it wasn't like he tried to do it last minute and turn it in. He was like really going for it, but he just really wasn't great at storyboarding. And Butcher was like, I'm just so impressed by how just not what you like, how that turned out in like such a negative way that I have to pass you. Like it's such an emotion to like evoke that of me right now. Austin, you remember Jeremy, bro? Oh my god. No, but he does some pretty cool stuff now. He got into like painting, kind of like doing like digital painting and stuff. I see him some.
You know, those are the hardest students to teach. It's just not clicking. And they're, you know, they can be some really great people, and they're obviously grinding. You know, like they're doing the right things, and it's just not working. Like and I'm with that professor, man. Like, what do you gain from failing them? Like, you're not gonna gain anything. The child's not gonna gain anything. I mean, maybe they learn that they're not gonna make it, but maybe they will. Maybe they. I mean, I've failed kids out because they didn't do assignments. Like, that's the only reason you'd fail my class. But like, they failed out of my class. You remember Jaquan Ferris? Remember him? What was it? Jaquan Cummings, maybe? He goes by Quan ATL. Dude failed out of my class. But 3 years after failing out my class his sophomore year, so he should have been a sophomore in college. He didn't go, but he was on the magazine, like the what's it called? I don't know. We have some culture magazine here in Atlanta. And he's on as the best rising photographer in Atlanta. A year after that, he's the best artist in Atlanta, according to this magazine. And, so like...
That's crazy. Yeah.
I've learned to really doubt my... Not doubt in a bad way, but just like my preferences really aren't going to benefit a child if I push them on them. Like, if they want to do it, they're going to do it. And my grade that I give them has absolutely no bearing on how successful they're going to be. I've learned that a long time ago. But those kids that try hard, man, like, what do you do? Yeah. What do you do? Maybe that's an honest question that some of you can help me with. Like, what do you do with these kids that really believe they're going to be artists, but they have done nothing to show that they have any aptitude to do it?
You tech their throw, set up your Aegis reflector loop.
No, I'm sorry.
That's like completely nonsensical.
We just said like alien Babylon. Okay.
If there's ever a way to like culture shock show like the line between poor man just trying to do his job and then these fucking jokers.
But honestly, man, what I've learned, because like there's like times like that where it's like, I know people doing what we do here, streaming and stuff, that are like, sometimes like, I don't know, buddy, like you kind of just have to let them figure it out.
Right.
That's the thing I've learned, that it's like just do what you can, and when you can't, it's just like, let it kind of set in, I guess, because it's like, who else is gonna who better to teach you than life itself, I guess.
Yeah, that's right.
And also, I was mostly like those kids that just like work really hard. So a lot of things don't click with me, but like it usually is like time is like basically the only like true way of teaching them, like how Skullvolver said it and all that stuff. Because like initially, like when I was in like programming class, literally that shit was not clicking with me at all. Then like obviously like later on, I have an actual job in the industry, so it just literally is like, if they're still gonna stick to it, they're gonna eventually do it. It's just gonna be very slow burn. If they don't, they'll just find like a subsection of that passion, you know what I mean? And like just like find it in elsewhere.
That's still so crazy to me, you're a robotics engineer.
Yeah.
You told me that the other week, and I like
that. That's really
cool.
Yeah, and I was terrible. I was like dookie water and that type of stuff, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes like, and that's the thing, chat. Like, if you're somebody listening, and you're like, shit, am I the guy it's not clicking for? Sometimes that just means, I don't know, you can't ride a bike, try skateboard. I don't know, try something new, do something different.
Yeah, try something.
Like, it doesn't mean you can't do anything. It just means maybe you can't do this one thing.
Or you just can't play charge characters. Pick up a fucking Shoto. Come on.
Yep, you're playing Ryu, and you're gonna like it.
Yep.
I don't care if he's on the box art.
But I do say the number one thing too is also like, at least like even if they're struggling, encouragement actually goes a long way. Because I remember like my teacher literally put me aside because I was failing absurdly hard, and they just straight up told me like, don't really let this really discourage you from not pursuing it. You can find something, just keep trying it, because like encouragement carries like a long way even if they're not clicking with it,
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to comment on it before because I was so locked in, I forgot how to speak. But I think the worst criticism you can get is like non-specific. Like someone who looks at your art and sees something that they don't like, it doesn't work with them, they don't understand, then you did something wrong, but they can't voice it. Like the criticism I got in like high school art classes that made me the most mad was when my teacher would go like, oh, it's like, it's good, but like something's off with the colors. And I'm like, okay, well, what does that mean? Is it too bright? Is it not bright enough? Do I need to like add more shadows? Am I using the wrong colors to shade things?
Yeah,
like,
learning the language to critique is really important. Like figuring out like, because like a lot of people can tell when they don't really like the way something looks. I think it takes a lot of kind of like training yourself to figure out what exactly you don't like. And that's again why I tell all you guys all the time, where it's like, you always gotta learn your fundies, dude. You gotta learn your fundamentals. You gotta like figure out. Art isn't just like open up an art program and draw. It's like you gotta like know things so that you can decipher things and figure out how to get better at things.
And you can't get good critiques if someone doesn't know how to critique. So critiquing is also a skill. And it's not just like how to say it in the nicest way so that someone doesn't get
art
upset.
critics exist. Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like understanding the whole of like, you have to know, if you want to get really deep into it, you have to know like what the artist is trying to say, if it gets across, and everything else that goes into a piece to understand what's coming out of the piece, to understand what might not be working.
Also, Minimuff, thank you for the 13 months. I don't remember if I think that or not. ADHD.
It's also like it's kind of like if you're doing like if you're commissioning, so you gotta give them as much detail as possible. That's how you like a good criticism is. You gotta give them as much detail as possible while also making it pretty like this for them to like actually understand, and also give them like ways of like, have you tried this? Have you tried that? It's also like a lot of like understanding human interaction, which a lot of people struggle with to actually like understand to this day, you know? So
no, absolutely.
I think,
dude, the curtain on the reflective here was such a crazy backdrop choice.
I think it's.
I made a chill guy.
What were you saying?
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I think it also should never be understated how helpful critique, or at least feedback, can be, despite how upset the person might get. They could get upset and nothing really changes, and it was just a bad interaction. Maybe they were in the wrong place, or they could get a little bit defensive. But in the end, whenever they're like calmed down, they do think about it and they do change up how they'll like tackle a task or an art piece, or they'll actually go and bother and do the background work. It's not even a really good example, but my art teacher or lecturer was reading my dissertation, and he was like, "This sucks. Your writing sucks ass." No, we're tight. I like this teacher, so that's why he was able to talk to me like that, because I was like, "Bro, what are you talking about? My writing is great," and I thought that my writing was really good. I thought I was actually really good at writing because I write a lot. But it was the how you write. He was like, "No, you're just repeating words. And you're just making sentences way longer than they should be." And I said, like, "Oh, it's flowery," and he like give me the fucking biggest stare of his life. I've never gotten like such a reality check in my life, and I was like, "Oh my god, you know what? He was right. My writing's dog shit." And I was like, I was hurt in the moment, but whenever I like look back to that, I was like, okay, maybe stop writing down words for the sake of words and actually get the point across, and that can still go for art too. Like, maybe like stop doing like all the stuff that you're looking to do, and make sure that you're doing the art for the goal that's like presented, or the client that you're working for, or the subject matter that you've been like given.
You won't. Dude,
that's why. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, that's why I like teaching what I'm teaching right now, because the kids come to me like the first couple of weeks and they tell me the kind of work that they're hoping to make. Like, what are the ideas that they're hoping to push in their work? And then I get to look at their artwork. And, as our critiques are not, is this drawn well? The critique is this work saying or doing the stuff that you said you wanted your work to say or to do? And, and so there's far less of me involved in the critique. It's just me reading the piece, and the students in the class, the peers, reading the piece, and then it's really left for the student that presented the work to decide if, all right, if that's what people are getting from it, then yes, I'm doing the right thing, or no, I'm not doing the right thing. But you know, that doesn't make it any less painful. But that's what I'm really into, and it's been neat to go through grad school after Ferris and like kind of get that perspective and get those words, because I forget who it was that said it, but like you have to have the words to bring the affect into representation, to like bust out my grad school knowledge here. But like you know, we all have a bodily response to objects, whether we have goosebumps or whether we, you know, I mean, these are all like moments of arousal. We could talk about that too. But like our bodies respond to things, but to bring that back into representation and describe why or why not you're having a response when you look at something, like that's, to me, that's what art is really cool.
Labusi, thank you for the 25.
My body went out. Someone throws a fridge at me.
I should throw out more grad school words if that means that we're going to get some more donations for the kids, you know.
That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I gotta say, this has been like, this stream is like crazy. Is anybody else like sitting here like, how the fuck is this like happening right now? This doesn't feel like one of my streams like at all. This feels like
you have to be on your best behavior, dude.
We should start a podcast.
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Didn't say all that.
Has to have some alliteration in the podcast name, like artistic acoustics, or
Oh no.
I've been listening to this nonstop for the past like hour or 2 hours. I've been listening to this nonstop.
Any music on? I gotta.
Lem, what did you say? I was laughing at you about.
Oh, that you were laughing at me because I'm a middle-aged man with a microphone. That you were saying that I looked like I needed to start a podcast.
Oh, when your webcam turned on when we were calling earlier for audio check, I looked like I turned on a podcast.
Every white middle-aged man, you know, it's kind of our dream to have a motorcycle and to have a podcast and have people want to listen, you know.
It's a calling of the ancestors.
you can knock two with one stone. Just like start the podcast up, but it's just you walking over to your bike and revving it into the mic.
If Hawk Tua can do it, so can we.
Yeah.
I need you to stop ironically bringing up that podcast, bro. I can't see you on the Twitter timeline. They're beating your ass.
What are you talking about? Hawk Tua!
Oh, God.
Hawk Tua!
That's right, Beavers.
Look, you got Beavers doing it now.
$10.
Dude, the way that Normal's Foogie's there, it looks like he kind of smells, and we're all trying to like stay away from.
How would you say that to me?
I'm sorry.
Stop, bro.
Your Fugi looks like no one wants to critique your art and
Oh, it's okay.
Chris, why aren't you using your clown goo, Komida? Why are you using Komida?
I don't know. I turned it on for another stream that you did, and then I just left it like this because I forgot about it. And then like the other day, or well, not the other day, but like when we were in LA, and you were like, "You need to figure your shit out and figure out a design. You're so inconsistent."
Okay,
I was like,
I didn't yell like that. I didn't yell like that.
No, you literally yelled at me. You literally yelled at me because you said it like 3 different times.
Clown goo crash out. Oh my god.
Is it justifying?
Honestly, he like literally like he was like, "You need to figure your shit out," and then he was gonna help me. See, like even Tears was like, "I was there."
Tears, you're just you guys just love lying, okay? I did not yell at you.
No, you did, and then there's like another time we were having conversations, and then like I think Serene came down, and then you guys just like you were gonna help me like figuring my shit out, and then all of a sudden Serene came down, and like the conversation derailed, and then afterwards you were like, "Yeah, I'm really tired," and I was like, "Ah!"
Bro, don't ever go to Deers' house. Deers will sit on the couch for 15 minutes and go, "I'm gonna go play Deadlock," and then get up and walk away.
Yeah, they were all like so locked into Deadlock.
Yeah.
We were watching Family Guy on the couch.
That game's awesome.
It's cinema.
That's gonna be AWOL.
Dude, the Family Guy moments are gonna go crazy.
Dude, my YouTube homepage still has it all over.
What, the Family Guy fucking like Saudi Arabia like 3-hour uploads?
I'm too like sentimental to like get rid of it because I'm just, oh look, LA.
Remember when we like cried over Brian and Stewie like going back in time?
Dude, that episode, I keep thinking about like when that episode of like Meg and Brian came on and it wasn't the one where they had that crazy fight. But also the Taylor Swift episode with Chris Griffin was so good. Like, I keep thinking about it. I'm like, wow, he's such a kind-hearted
Chat, I'm serious. Season 19 of Family Guy goes off.
Yeah, go find it on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. You can find it.
Are the lines connecting the dots on the curtain just the thread connecting the, like... Do you see it? They're faint.
We are all dots. We're all connected.
The vertical lines are the two curtains meeting in the middle.
Well, I mean, like, between the dots.
Oh yeah, I think that's just the thread. Yeah.
It's interesting.
They're just some IKEA curtains, you know.
Chat,
nicer than my curtain.
Chat, donate today, and we can get better than IKEA curtains in the next lifestyle.
Hey, there it is.
He's actually pocketing all of this. He's gonna get a better sugar bowl. He's gonna get a real reindeer. We're doing good.
Just like my mayor.
A real reindeer.
It's actually all going to his podcast setup.
We're getting them the XLR setup. We're getting them some head polish. He's gonna look beautiful.
It's gonna be a white dude talking about movies. It's gonna be great.
So
we're gonna go on. We're gonna talk about
Chris. We
gotta talk about Hellboy, bro.
Oh no!
Crooked Man's coming out soon.
It's going straight to streaming.
Why do you have that just sitting there?
Oh no! Don't say that.
I have what sitting there?
The fish sticks.
Do you like fish sticks?
I don't know if we're fun.
Wait, that's actually badass. Wait, is that actually a sticker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you peel it, like stick it on like something really cool?
I'll put it on my journal.
Yeah.
You know what would have been meta as fuck if you just put it on the webcam? Black the daughter.
And also, Scribblers, thank you for the $50. I appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
Whoa!
Had one awesome art teacher in high school that pushed me in the right direction for 4 years. So sharing some love. Yup, I know the feel.
Awesome.
I know the feel.
Dude, going to a Catholic school and like having art classes was evil.
Who the fuck would do that? Shakily holds up hand.
Jesus.
I can't get it off.
It was horrible. I went to I was the only person. There was 3 people in the art class after freshman year because it was required the first semester. And in junior year, I was in Italian, and our teacher was out, so our sub was the art teacher. And this lady comes in and does not even recognize me and mispronounces my name. I was like, I'm the only person in your art class. How do you not remember me? Like, it's so hard.
What do you mean you were Italian?
I was in Italian class.
What do you mean there was an Italian class?
What do you? It's a language.
Yeah. It's a language class.
What the fuck are you on?
Like, you know how you learn Spanish? We had Spanish or Italian.
I wanted to learn Italian, but we didn't have it available. I was so sad.
We all
I didn't know Italian was a language.
What?
Oh, I have failed you.
Everyone dunk on the streamer. Everyone dunk on the streamer. Everyone dunk on the streamer. Kill him. Kill him, Mom.
There's no way you're serious right now. You can't be that.
I just thought like it was like Italian people, and
Actually, to be fair, I can understand a little bit. I can understand.
Skull.
I can understand a little bit.
Skull, this bit is
you know what
optimal.
I mean? Like no, because it's like you don't speak Australian, right?
Oh no.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, like,
It's a different reason, though.
No, I understand. No, I understand what Sculler's coming at a little bit. You know what I mean?
I thought it was like a branch like Spanish or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I didn't know what they talked. I've never been to Italy.
Whenever I went to Rome last month, I went to the one of the waiters, and I was like, grazie, can you tell me? He was like, stop trying to talk Italian, bro. I can speak English, shut the fuck up. And I was like, okay. But how do I say optimal? Like, this food is optimal. And he did the Italian, like, traditional, like, you know, little circle hand emoji. And he said, ottimo. And I was like, that's all I need. I just need to know that. Optimo.
Guys, I'm only human. I can't know everything.
I can't believe you didn't know.
That's like something Chris would have said.
I was gonna say, that's literally something that I would say, and you would get mad at me for.
To put the blame on me.
Like, I would say that, and you'd be like, Chris, what's wrong with you?
You probably break the spaghetti in the oven, bro.
You know what? I never break the spaghetti.
It's like it's crazy because Italian is the source of like a lot of words.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like a lot of words in English.
Dude, you owe it now.
But you know what's gobsmacking?
Latte.
How, like, there's a lot of
Holy shit, gelato is Italian.
Yes.
Oh my hand is like on my forehead right now.
Bro,
I
latte.
can't believe you.
Oh no.
If you ask for a latte in
Buongiorno.
Italian, they just look at you like, you just want milk? What's wrong with you?
I heard if you try to order a cappuccino after 11 a.m., they shoot you in the street.
They do. No, they do actually. You're not expected to, like, if you go into a cafe too early in the morning, like, you're not like gonna be eating while sitting down at a table. They won't let you sit at a table. You can stand at the bar, you can order an espresso, and then you get the fuck out. No breakfast. Fuck off.
I think every country needs siesta because they seem to be having some good times over there.
Sometimes.
Ballerina,
I'm too scared to
maestro,
visit Italy.
opera, piano. The word piano is Italian.
Why? Why are you afraid to
Presto.
visit Italy? It's scrumptious.
Because Europeans are mean and evil.
Oh,
No, they're not. They're nice. They shake my hand firmly, and I'm like, "Hi." And they're like, "Hi, what's up?" And
thank
that's
you.
They shake my hand firmly.
it. Yeah.
Graffiti, the word grotto. Actually, there's
Grotto.
art technique. Impasto. You know impasto? Italian.
I love that Buggles is still
I
just
knew
like
Italian was a
beating
language.
the sh-
Okay.
Yeah, sure you did.
I knew.
Sure you did,
Okay.
mister.
Twitch streamer joke. I know. I got it.
You
I
slide
got
dog.
you guys. Yeah. I had to go for a minute though. I
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
sweating, looking at a fucking in a fucking
Masterful
Rosetta
gambit,
Stone under
sire.
my desk. Oh gosh.
Wait, Rosetta Stone is still around? I thought it was abolished, like gone forever.
Dude,
Nah.
Mario would fucking hate you if he met you in real life, dude.
No, it's because like,
Oh,
because I saw Rosetta Stone advertisements like way back when. Now they're just, I thought they were just abolished, like they're gone.
No, I mean they gotta still be around because they're like the big hitter, right? Everyone's making fun of Duolingo for using AI tools.
Because the Rosetta Stone is
So
a
it's
real
coming back.
Lemmy!
Lemmy! Oh my god!
Look at that thing. Ugh.
Ugh.
Cat.
He drew this.
Wow.
This is my cat.
talented.
It's also named Lemmy.
Rosetta Stone's
Oh
real.
right, Lem.
Yeah, I definitely thought you were all just like yelling at Lem, like, what did Lem do?
Cat. Lemmy Koopa.
Okay, it's about 6:07, so I think it's about time we.
Wait!
Okay,
It's okay. It's okay. You can. There'll
What's-
only be
what's
like
up, buddy?
seconds left for
Actually,
complimenting
I give
mine. You
up.
won't have to actually critique mine, so there's a little bit more time left.
I just looked at it and I decided I don't want to draw the dots, so
That's fair.
it's fine.
I tried.
It actually looks so good.
Wait.
So I guess
Ow.
here I just want to put that down on my.
Pens down.
Oh.
Wait, actually, pens down. Fuck, hold on.
Ow.
Stop letting that cat attack you, bro.
You gotta show it. Wait,
Guys,
You have
this
to
is
keep
pause.
it wrong.
wait, did you ever
It's
try
cute.
talking to your like cat dogs?
Dude, you gotta squirt bottle him or something.
Do not score bottle. That'll scare him.
Oh, never mind. Don't do that.
Squirt bottle.
Tinfoil.
Put
I
his head
don't
in your
know.
mouth.
I tried.
Don't reward him
He
by
doesn't even
petting him
fucking
right
know.
after he attacks you.
I just tried like throwing a little bit of water at my bunnies, and I never felt so terrible because they weren't even like, they didn't even react. They just kind of looked at me confused for a bit. They're like, "Why am I wet?"
Why you do this to me? What's your problem?
They didn't even
moistened
know
me
that I
farther
did
than
it. That's the
water.
worst part. They're just like, "Bro, I'm wet and I don't know what happened. Can you help?" Like they came closer to me.
Father, help! What the hell? What's going
terrible.
on? I'm scared.
I'll never do it again.
Lemmy, don't eat cords.
Did your bunnies ever like bully each other?
All right.
Sorry. Oh, was that a question about?
Yeah, I was asking if your buddies ever like bullied each other.
Absolutely. We sometimes would have to chase beatbox and toss him out of the way because he'll like chase second nugget sometimes.
Mine, I used to have bunnies. I had one and my brothers had two, but they didn't like take care of them, so it was like I had 3 bunnies.
Oh,
They
that's
were
good.
like, they would bully my bunny because he was the runt of the litter and they were all from the same litter by doing like a run by where they would run by him and twist the lower half of their body and they
Oh my
would
God.
pee on him.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
They're
It was really
evil,
fucked up.
bro.
It was really fucked up.
All right, mine's done. I'm done. I'm ready. All right.
Bro is done.
We're done.
I just
I'm
heard you
done.
like throw your hands up. You went, I'm done.
I'm done.
I'm done. All right.
I,
All right. Can everybody post their still lifes in the chat so that I can
I added a
Okay.
beatbox. Someone talked about my rabbits, so now I have to draw a beatbox real quick.
Beavers, you've legit been listening to that.
I've been listening to Minecraft music, bro.
Yeah.
Chat, Beavers has been listening to this the entire time.
He's just a chill guy, bro. He's just a chill guy.
You look like this, bro.
There's mine. Taken.
Why is mine 51 megabytes? I think I made the canvas really big, guys. I think I fucked up.
My
I
God.
mean, it's MS Paint. How fucking crazy could it possibly be?
How actually did you manage that?
All I did was grab the image, paste it, and then stretch out the canvas after the image was posted. I think it's gonna look so spread.
Oh my God! I was like, what? It's only like 1,200 by 5,000. It's what?
Beavers, it's huge.
It's huge.
What have you done?
I didn't realize I was like, oh, this should be fine.
Because your canvas is like 10 times the size of mine.
How do I fix it? How do I fix that?
We're just gonna live with it.
All right.
Whoa.
We're gonna still life with it.
Chris, I know you were doing a bunch of different ones. If you want to take like just a photo of
There you go.
like a group of them.
oh shit, I already took individuals.
Or yeah, whichever. Just send them all in one. Well, can you try and get them all in one photo, pretty please? Smile. Make it easy for me.
Okay. I threw them on the floor. Now
That's so wholesome.
This is why no one remember how to pronounce your name in class.
God! It was horrible. Literally, like
Is there a
I was-
Christ?
I was the only non-white girl in that class, and my name is not that long, so it was like embarrassing. She added letters onto my name, and I was in her class for 3 years at that point. Like that's just not right.
I wish I had bonus letters in my name. I only got
Chris,
3.
why does this one look like How Hungry?
I literally wrote "How hungry" on it.
So hungry.
Wait, where'd you write
can
How
just add
Hungry?
more-
Wait, googly moogly. That's
Add
beautiful.
more ease
These
to
are
your name, but
beautiful.
pronounce it the same way.
Wait, 2 of these look like How Hungry. Chat, ignore that it's rotated, but look.
Find a spot to like take a picture of her.
How Hungry.
Hey!
You were really entranced
Sweet,
by
think of
that
the 3 months
deer
of-
spit.
I love that reindeer.
That reindeer is awesome.
It was just so mesmerizing.
I like that it kind of has teeth still too, you know?
Oh wow, dude. So Lem, I have to be honest, I didn't notice it till the very end. Your like vector software was not showing right, so we only saw like
Yeah.
a weird preview window. I had no idea what you were working on. This is gas.
Surprise!
All right, let's start with Lem's. Yeah.
Oh no.
That's alright, I guess.
And the entire time, I just saw you making like one vector, and I was just like, "Is anything else being made?"
There it is.
I was like, "I don't want to say anything."
That's hilarious.
Holy.
I love the colors.
This
a
is
lot.
stupendous. This is very.
That's pretty good for a colorblind guy, right?
Yeah, Vanessa.
Vanessa.
We need to post this like as a giant billboard outside Vanessa's house, so I'm glad you made it a vector image so we can make it like 3.5 billion pixels wide.
Yes.
Jack and Eric gave me the 5. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's been so long since I've done like a legit like critique. How do we do it again? Do we just kind of like speak up, right, and then go in, or do we go in order?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
actually start stabbing each other really bad.
Oh,
if we
okay,
don't like
okay.
someone else's art.
Oh, okay. Noted. I mean, I'll start. I mean, yeah, this is great. I love that it's not like entirely on model either.
It's not, yeah.
I really like the choice to go with like a lighter reflection on the table for the curtains and kind of like putting them to a cool tone in the back. I think really helps with like setting these to a foreground. Like the items on the table, especially like keeping the pots and then the deer like warm, and then we kind of go to that cool back to the plant, and then it gets like an even more faded cool tone in the very back. I think it does really good depth for the piece. I love the way you drop the shadows. I love the blocking. It's really good, really loose, really full energy. I dig it. I mean, I know you were like shit, I got a vector, but like this looks great. I think.
There's like a really like calming piece. Like I like all those colors makes it really calm. But I also like the pot, how it has a nice sheen to it to actually make it feel like it's actually glistening from the light that's like going from outside. That's actually very lovely.
The plant looks very edible.
Yeah.
It looks like it would be pleasing to eat.
Yeah, that's actually one of the things that we talked about in class a lot is if the artwork looks lickable. So edible is kind of in the same same
that makes
vein.
so much sense.
Like again, does it do something to you? Does your mouth start watering when you look at it, or goosebumps or whatever?
I want to bite the deer so badly. It looks like Laffy Taffy.
It almost looks like a roast. It's that like streak of brown in the middle of it.
Oh yeah,
I see it. I see it.
It's a really good like meatloaf or something.
Kind of looks like a shrimp now that you started thinking that it looks like food. I'm like, yeah.
Are we hungry, guys?
I guess so.
I think we're a bit peckish.
I'm hungry. I really like the blue on two of the leaves of the planet. That helps it. It like I don't know. It makes it. It's harmonious with the background, and it still looks like the leaves of the plant. It doesn't look like it's a part of the background, but it helps it. They're friends with each other.
Yeah.
My chat says that your art looks so good that they think they're going to sell it on their website.
Go for it, and I will buy it.
And frame it.
Yep.
Thank you, random chat viewer, aka Tech.
Normal, you want to speak on it?
Aside from the plant looking edible, I like how it's been repeated in that little portrait. Chatter said that they'd like to think it goes on forever, and I believe that as well. I'm not an artist.
Was that like a sketch of it?
No, I just copy and pasted it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, my critique is
I
that
like the colors and like the simple reflections.
I think the teapot looks a little bit sick. It's got some green globs coming out of it. It definitely looks like it needs to be helped. Needs to be put on the operating table. The table's got stink lines at the bottom. Not very not very edible. Don't feel like eating the table. The deer's okay, I guess.
Everybody's a critic.
Clearly didn't do its own bow tie, so it's too like correct. So I don't think this deer like would have a friend with it having like an ear missing. Like it would definitely be a loner. So the bow tie's a little bit too like neat and tidy.
Dude, maybe the friend just knocked their ear off.
Yeah, it's like accidentally.
I think it'll be okay on the second attempt. That is my critique. That is my critique. That's all I'll have to say on it.
I'm gonna copy and paste it. That's my second attempt.
You gotta like mirror it.
Yeah. They'll never notice.
Hold on, Chris, let me rotate yours so I can. I will do. Well, yeah. I mean, awesome work on. Super cool. I'm gonna rotate Chris's little set around since she hates me and decided to make it.
I took the picture on my phone. What do you want from me?
You can rotate images on your phone.
I tried to do it because I took it directly in Discord. It would not let me. I tried.
Are you sure?
Why do failed step one? Why'd you take it directly in Discord? I've never known anyone to do that.
I don't know. It was easier.
Yeah, you couldn't get the camera app. We're not worth your camera app. Like what the hell?
That would have taken like a few extra seconds. I was trying to be quick. It's
not like the world's ending. You can take your time to take a picture.
Yeah,
I don't know. He made it sound urgent.
It's not highly urgent. It's just a little urgent. Lee, I'll post this for you too, so you can throw it up on your screen.
Oh, please. Thank you.
There you go. This Chris is still live, so I'm gonna open him up. And this is where Lem, feel free to hop in, unless do you want to go like after we go, Lem?
Sure.
Stuff, and then you can take us. Okay.
CRO, how hungry?
How hungry? Well, I'll say first off, Chris,
That's awesome.
I love the way you approach your traditional art. I really like. What's the word? I almost want to say it's like kind of reductionist, sort of the way you've like reduced everything just to like this simple like dual channel palette here. But obviously I'm biased. I love the blue and the red, but the plant on the middle right was really selling it for me. I love that little bit of splash onto the deer's face. I'm I'm a big fan. I like the pointillism, and I really love the top right ink one, especially in the antlers. Just the way you did like the drop shadows is like really appealing. I love drop shadows. I'm crazy about that shit. So I'm a huge fan. I think it's pretty good. I think I would have liked you to push the painted one forward more to be like a kind of like finished scene. But other than that, I think what you have here is really, really cool. But super cool stuff. That's all I have to say.
I'm obsessed with how obsessed you are with the reindeer.
It was awesome.
How hungry.
I just like something about its face was so mesmerizing. I was just like, I need to draw this thing over. And over again.
I like how much like you gave it attention. Like you zoomed all the way into that very high quality image, and you went, "How does the face of this reindeer work?"
I had to know. It was so. I don't know, it looked like a little alien.
I was gonna say you like it because it looks like an alien.
My crush. I crush the reindeer.
No, it's apparent how every single time you looked at the reindeer and drew the reindeer's head, you weren't drawing the same thing. You were understanding it differently every time, of like how it worked. It's awesome! Exclamation point!
Thank you! Exclamation point!
Anyone else?
Are we going like down to like a list, or do we just?
Yeah, just like whoever. Feel free to
jumps into the microphone.
Like step forward into combat. Yeah.
I like how the bottom left one looks like a Power Geyser. Power Geyser from Terry Bogard. That's my favorite one. And I like how the one in the bottom right looks like the deer got punched so hard that only its skin got blown off, and it's like it's like a fantastic fatality. So it's like a series of images, actually. They're just out of order. For example, the one in the middle right, that's it actually getting hit. You can see it getting hit by the Power Geyser in the face. His head is being tilted to the right. It just got hit.
That's true.
The How Hungry is the first one.
It's storyline. The storyline.
Yeah. No, it's a story. It's definitely a story. And the top right is the one where it's like, hey, my ancestors like trying to give me some sort of like coaching on how to deal with you in this fight, but the ancestor that's like yeah, they're not getting through. They're too murky. But, like the message doesn't get forward, and the deer gets hit by the Oki, and that's why it's like just blood and guts at the end, the bottom right. So I love it. It's fantastic.
I like the story.
I like the plant in the group piece. It also looks pretty edible. It reminds me of like a blue raspberry, and like the bottom part of the vase kind of looks like a cupcake like fillet. You know, like the what's the piece called?
The wrapper.
Oh yeah. I was also gonna comment on like how visceral like the deer in the bottom right looks. You know, you kind of
those look really anatomical, yeah.
Wooden like twine thing and kind of made it look more like sinew and whatnot. I like the one in the top left because it makes me think of, like if Killer 7 was like with animals. And then
Yes!
the deer would turn into
Yes! Killer. That's what I was thinking. I was trying to think. What is it? Sorry. Got a little bit excited over Killer 7. My bad.
And then if he got like a critical hit, he'd be like, "Oh."
You never have to apologize that for.
I've seen your wardrobe. I've seen your fits. You're right. I take it back.
Yeah, what were you gonna say, Socks?
For the top left one, I just really like the way you drew the ear, with like the lines and the geometry, and overall I think all the dots and everything look lovely. I think it looks wonderful.
I actually like the different variation of the deers because I feel like they invoke different type of like vibes for each area one. Like the top left one kind of invokes like kind of like this like nature's beauty type vibe, as well as like if you look at like the top right, like the top right one, it literally kind of evokes like kind of like this like ominous presence, and the hunger makes it kind of tense a little bit. I like how you're able to like capture different feelings of like if you have a deer staring at you type feeling, you know.
Yeah, I think the two black are my.
Yeah, agree. Huge agree.
It was fun because I just did like I used a really brush, kind of drag it.
Hungry.
And then the one on the top right, the one on the right side of the picture, I literally just use my smudged it around. My favorite way to.
Tell us again. I think your
Mike's
noise
cutting
get
out.
yeah, your noise gets like aggressively knocking out your
Sorry.
sentence.
Talk into your mic, Chris.
I am. I said I used a really shitty brush for the one on the left that's in black ink. It's just like a long, skinny one. And then the one on the top right, I used my parallel pen, the flat line one for the left one. And then I use that like for most of my art usually. And then I used
I need you to give
my
me
finger.
whatever that pen is. Bad. The parallel pen. I need it.
It's the one that I'm always posting art on.
The top. Wait, hold on. The top right deer kind of looks like they're doing like the Rock like eyebrow.
Eyebrows.
Yes.
Oh,
It
yeah.
looks like it actually looks like
Oh my
Kangaroo
God.
Jack if they were. It's Kangaroo Jack if they were like a reindeer.
Hell
I
yeah.
was like, wait, it kinda looks
Kangaroo
like a
Jack, you
shade, though.
asshole.
Reindeer Jack. But yeah, that one I just used my little finger condom thing to use my thumb for.
Cool.
Wait, hold on, I'll send
Very
you
cool.
the.
Lem, do you have any input?
Yeah, I mean, well, they kind of have. I don't know if any of you art school people know who the artist Morandi is. Like, I think it's like Giorgio Morandi. I should have looked it up before I said anything. But anyways, he's some Italian guy who does a lot of still lives. But they're kind of always like wonky shapes, but they have a really cool rhythm in them. And like every single one of them is, if you look at each piece individually, like, you're really consistent with how you're approaching each one, even when they're like as a whole group. I mean, they're kind of different, but your artistic voice in just finding internal rhythms inside of the shapes, whether it's the dots in the top left piece or the stick lines that you have in the lower right piece. But it's that watercolor piece that we see right there, the blue and the red one, that really feels like Morandi, where like the proportions might not be what it looked like in the photograph, but I think you solved the same problem I was solving, where it kind of feels a little out of balance, and that was just because when I took the photo, I was in a bit of a hurry. But you solved that by making the sugar bowl a little bit smaller, and it feels right, even though maybe it isn't as photographically accurate as it, some people might want it to be. But yeah, so check out Morandi. Like, he's a heavy hitter in still lives, and you've definitely got that vibe going already. So that's really cool.
Thank you. Is it Moran or?
Yeah, it is Morandi, and it is Giorgio. I was typing it in as I was saying it, which is usually scary. But yeah, Giorgio Morandi.
I think Normie posted some examples in the.
Oh, I like.
Oh.
Yeah.
Skelly.
The third
like
one makes
the way
me
this
think
guy
of cheese.
Me too.
Let's get a
I guess.
second.
It reminds me
of the.
Oh wait, the bottom left one reminds me of the cheese from Wallace and Gromit on the moon.
Oh,
Dunsleydale.
Okay, here's some of the Morandis ones.
Crack, Gromit. We forgot the crack.
Yeah, that's Morandi. You found him.
I see it.
It's like little
see the
shaky
cheese?
edges.
Oh yeah, great work, Chris. Fantastic work.
Sounded like you were like dying as you said that for a second.
No, sorry. I was just like, I had my head like, I'm fine. Next up, we're gonna look at Lethera. Lethera.
Oh no.
Badass.
Holy.
Yeah.
There's a lot to
Anime
unpack.
eye.
There's a lot to unpack.
Oh, and the S. Yes, that's always
Cool
there.
ass, bro.
The cool
He
edge.
just used all his tension to RC too. Holy.
I know, like, it's a very irresponsible reindeer. Like, he's blue. He's blue Roman canceling for no fucking reason.
Right? Like, nobody's even on screen with him right now.
Yeah. Maybe he
Well,
tried.
look again.
He maybe tried to blue Roman cancel to like undo the damage to his ear, but it's too late. It's already gone.
Well, I'll say, Lee, I love how creative your mind is.
Thanks, man.
No, but genuinely, I do love the way that you've just kind of like kind of deconstructed and reconstructed into something that like it's like very clearly like this is what we were looking at, but like absolutely not. But and a really like I don't know, just like this really loud and like what's the word I'm looking for? Personable way. It's got like a lot of like your personality to it, you know? Like go into my head, like tell me who drew this in the call. I would like I have no idea. I'd probably be able to put this to you.
I think it's because I made sure to keep a sky up there. Like it's always up high, so that's why it's on the way out, like at the top layer. That's when the sky starts.
True. Also, the rabbit.
Yeah,
I like the rabbit in the pot a lot.
Fuck.
Very cute.
Yeah,
I like the missing ear and the blood.
Yeah,
it's right there.
Tells the story. Yeah.
It's quite easy to find it actually. It's quite elementary.
I really like how you've merged the actual subject matter that is there with things that interest you to like keep it personal for yourself.
Oh, thank you, Boggle. Thank you.
Among Us!
I also really like the Among Us.
Oh, you find it.
Among Us!
Oh, there he is.
I think the plant also looks edible, but more in like a Jolly Ranchers way.
Yeah.
Like a hard candy.
That's the cuisine and more of a snack.
Yeah.
I love the color
Which is
palette.
fine.
It feels like it's like vast, but it's also not so vast that it feels like you just picked colors for everything. It's like there's a few reoccurring colors.
Thank you.
Is this a limited color palette? Did you use the MS Paint color palette only? Or did you mix them your own?
So almost. I tried to keep it
yellow.
limited. MS Paint did most of the heavy lifting for this piece.
Oh jeez.
Unfortunately, why are you laughing? But then I was like, I need some teal for the tension, so I had to specifically pick teal for the tension in the meter at the bottom right for Guilty Gear Strive. Also, the username Kittens Le Gato keeps on asking in the chat why they're being like verbally attacked. It's because they said I don't get why the cool ass is so cool. So the cool ass is telling you that you're dumb.
Whoa.
It's not me. I didn't say it. The cool ass is retaliating. Just letting you know
like
they're
a hit piece kind of.
yeah, kind of. That's all.
Like you're like Banksy. You're like the Irish Banksy.
I didn't want to say it, but it's definitely a social commentary on like Twitch chat. Watch out.
Also,
for
your anime eye, it's just like I don't know, something about the way you drew it like threw me back to like 2008.
Thank you. I have that effect on people throwing the back to 2008.
I have like I used to have one of those like how to draw anime books, and it was like the kind that had like it was like very obviously done by like a white American man who didn't really know what anime was.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
classic.
it reminds me of those books.
It's not
So
good.
they've just shaped the eye.
I definitely was panicking whenever I drew the eye. I had to put in the subtitles like, "Do you like my anime?" just to get the point across.
I mean, I think the eye carries it itself.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
For
it's
sure.
This is a personal thing, but I really like how you've. I don't know. I like seeing your brushstrokes of. Like MS Paint has a fill bucket tool, but doing it by hand makes me. I don't know. It's. I like looking at it and going, yeah, he did this. He scribbled that all in, and it has filled the thing.
Chat,
He put in the work.
Chat made a lot of comments about that. I made sure to tell them that I had to hold myself back. I didn't want to compare like the rest of you artists to like my brilliance with like full capacity, so I definitely was just kept with like the cursor line marks. Chat says
so
that
humble.
I know, it's okay.
Such a humble guy.
And chat says that my wrist must definitely be hurting. You underestimate how many times I have to shake images in Premiere Pro. I feel nothing. This is nothing.
I mean, even with committing to it with MS Paint, where you don't have pen pressure at all, getting a like solid like on the flank of the deer is really difficult, and you did a really good job.
Oh, thank you.
It's solid, and there's still a texture to it. It's genuine.
All right, thank you.
Lem, you wanna? You have anything to say?
Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, no, but I think whoever that was just speaking. I mean, it does show commitment, and that's we would put this in the category of outsider art, in that the artist doesn't look as formally trained in representing what they're seeing. But sometimes that's like the greatest art because they're not constrained by conventions, and but that only works when the artist is willing to commit to doing the insane, and it is absolutely insane that you filled in without the paint bucket.
Reality warper.
No
Right.
job left, half done.
Yeah, I mean,
so true though with the outsider art. I was gonna say, it's like you could tell there was passion, even if it's not like trying to aim for like a very artistically like a like classical type of like way. I'm not good with words, but like when you say outsider, I was like, that's what I was thinking of.
yeah.
Like,
Well, and
it's
it's a really tough line to walk because
It's
because
true.
it kind of
is.
feels sarcastic. It kind of feels kind of half-assed, but at the same time, it's absolutely not. Like, it took time, and you have, like, as a viewer, you have to respect the time of the artist. At least I like to respect that. So, way to go.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
That's good. Awesome.
Hilarious
Thank you, Lee.
feedback. No, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Next piece we have is from Normie McGee. Damn, dude.
Yeah, Norm.
Damn, dude.
Holy smoke.
I like how you made the deer happy.
The dots are
He is happy.
This turns into Left 4 Dead safe room scribbling.
No more dots.
I mean, normal. I know you're a guy who, like, first off, I know you're tortured, and it shows in some places around the piece. The help on the flower pot, on the little sugar jars, you know.
I didn't say that.
But generally, dude, like, I know you don't really like do like this kind of like drawing often, but I mean, I think this is great. I love just what's the word? It's the way, kind of just like the scope you took for it. Like, it definitely is the same setup as the picture, but I almost feel like closer in on this for some reason.
It's the exact same ratio too. I copied the pixels.
Cool. It's I don't know, there's just something about like the looseness in your shapes, and it's like definitely like maybe some of your lines are kind of missing like the confidence, but I almost think that like the style's kind of like working with it, just like the softness, the kind of shakiness. It's this is like a very this piece gives me like the vibe of a flake pastry. Does that make sense?
The texture.
I love
Like,
a flaky.
It's the texture, it's the lightness, it's the shakiness to it. It's like it could fall apart if I breathe at it wrong. But I mean, I love it. I think it's I really like, as another person who went the black and white angle, I really like the way you applied especially on the leaves. I think you got to give yourself some more credit as like an artistic hand, because like
there's blending.
that's some like really cool ass
it.
like shading and like putting those values down on the plant. It's great. It shouldn't be sad. It should be happy. It should be a happy plant.
Yeah, you know?
This looks like an album cover.
And you did this in drop pile, right?
Yeah.
It feels like traditional art.
Feels
which
like
is
paper you scanned in.
I know you did it digitally, but it looks hand drawn. Like it.
Wait, this
really
is
looks like
digital?
penciled.
yeah.
Oh man, I don't
Normie,
even know anything anymore.
Normie, is this piece a cry for help?
No, I just was struggling with the flower with the sugar pot for a while, so
Okay.
I like kind of vented out some letters into it, and then I got better.
All right. Just had to check the flower pot.
It's not easy to get the feeling of traditional art digitally, because like digital art, there's a whole thing where it like auto corrects you, whatever, and makes your things smoother. There's pixels that you have to deal with, but this feels like a pencil drawing I could pick up and hold and smudge with my finger, and it would get like graphite on my finger. You know,
Yeah.
Shocking.
it's tactile.
Yes.
I pretended to know that it was digital, but if I'm gonna be real, I had no fucking idea. Once it was revealed that it was digital, I did the American Psycho, holds the card shakily.
I'm really caught up on it because like digital art and traditional art they're different mediums from each other. So you can't compare them a lot, but often digital art gets a sort of like blended soft feeling, it's really difficult to recreate in traditional art. It's like vice versa. It's really difficult to recreate the feeling of traditional art digitally. But you've done it, sir. You've done it.
Wow.
Also, like the varying like line, like I guess like the harsh, like how it's like I don't know how it works through draw pile because I assume you're using a mouse.
No, it's pressure.
Like
You're just using a
oh, it
tablet.
is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you have a tablet? I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Damn, I was gonna say like the pen pressure, like line quality, in terms of like how dark it is, like interesting, like the way you did the leaves on the plant, and like the lightness of like the antlers on the deer versus like the back of the bow and like parts of its like torso back.
Yeah, I tried to do like the interwoven texture, but I just kind of put lines down.
And it looks epic.
Yeah, looks really good.
This is poggers, dude.
Yo,
Literally.
It is like literally scrumptious.
Lem, do you want to?
Yeah, I was just seeing that someone in the chat said it looked like it should have fingerprints on it. And
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
I should have graphite all over the bottom of my hand from it. Like,
yeah. I know exactly what my hand looks like after I've drawn something that looks like this. But yeah, the that line quality on the plant is really, really nice. But yeah, I think you hit it first, Ferris. Like there's like a like it's tentative. It almost lacks confidence in some places, but that also makes it feel a little bit like it to me feels more like precious, like it's a like a puff pastry or whatever you said. You know, it's like it's gonna be as soon as you touch it, it's never gonna be the same thing again. So it's like right there, and I like that tension, and it's which is why I feel so offended that it's actually digital, because it just feels so fragile, and in fact you could just copy and paste it several times, you know. But yeah, that's cool.
It's making me hungry.
Every piece does, you know.
Yeah.
You can lick it.
It's lickable. Lickable.
Lickable, edible, tactile.
Next up is me. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh
right.
boy. I've been waiting for this.
I mean, you just go fully in. Like, this is dog
in
shit.
10 years. What is that?
You came in. You son of a bitch! I haven't had you in the ring in 10 years.
That's right.
Okay, well, I'm shutting up for this one. Go ahead.
Oh man.
Did you only use four
Brain cells?
what's the word? Four values. There's the white, light gray,
place is crazy.
dark gray, and then black, right?
Yep, 4 tones.
You're so good at like blocking out shadows.
This looks like it
The
came
way-
right out of a comic book.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a
really-
panel shot of a comic, you know? Like it's like a noir type comic type vibe, you know?
Kind of giving like illustration in the back of a book, where someone's like dedicated to my grandma Joy.
Yeah, you're very skilled at like blocking out like big like the shadows, and the way that you choose to do them, the way you did with buttons, sides, like it kind of like eats the image as well as like underneath all of the items, like.
You cut out, Chris?
Oh shit!
We need to get your noise
I-
cat killed.
I had the mic a little far away because I was drawing. But yeah, I was saying the way that you choose like where you put the shadows, especially like in big clumps, like the way you did on like the bottom sides of the curtains and underneath all of the items coming down towards the bottom of the canvas is like really sick. And it's very like you're very confident
Thank
with
you.
it, and it's almost like mindless. It feels like you just like you could like flick your hands and it would like instantly be there. Like it's just perfect the way that you do it. It doesn't feel like you're sitting there like sweating over it. Like it's just like effortless.
Thank you.
And just
I
like the
like
way
how
you
you,
do, like your inking is always like that, and that's what I really like about your art.
Oh,
The
Yeah,
two
having
of
this
you, Ferris and Chris, you have the strongest inks I've seen. The both of ya.
What can I say? I love ink.
that's all I got.
Can I just say, I fucking hate how recognizable your line art is, despite the fact that it's like a very different, like, you know, because you're going for still life, so it's nowhere near the same kind of like cartoony like robot being drawn about, but I can tell just from the deer alone. I'm like, oh, that's fucking Skull's art right there. I can tell because of the eye.
That's how I felt about the curtain and like the plant. I was like, yeah, that's how you could tell Ferris drew it, just because of the shadows on those.
Yeah,
I was
think
very impressed how your deer's done too.
How you kind of took the placement is, you know, the reference, but you made it so your own, just by like simplifying the curtain design in a way that probably didn't hurt your hand as much. And even though the plant doesn't look as edible, it's still like beautiful, and the deer is beautiful. And maybe
I would like you would sniff. You would sniff it, I feel like.
Yeah, I would lift up that little sugar lid. I would take the lid off and like put my wet my finger and put it in there, and then get a little sugar for me.
Yeah.
I think that he gave the leaves feel like juicy, you know, like it's grayscale, but I could pick it up and like bite into it, and it would be like aloe vera inside.
Yeah, very crispy. You'd be like,
oh, I can see that.
Snap it over your knee.
Yeah, I like the so when you are only using really limited values like this, the contrast often it gets a little too busy. But as soon as you put that darker gray down on the table, because you know we were all watching you because it was large on the stream. But as soon as you put that gray down there, it really anchored the entire piece. So that was a great decision to put that there. But also I always remember you talking about like the silhouettes, like being able to recognize each form. And even though there's a lot of detail in terms of contrast in each of these items, because each of them has white and black in them and some amount of the two different grays in them, like they are they're not really competing with each other. They are all working together to create a very well balanced and steady composition without making my eyes hurt from all of the black on white, right? So I think that's cool.
I like fist bumped a little. I was like, yeah, dude, you got it, motherfucker. He's not washed. Let's fucking go.
My goat's not washed. Bro,
be honest, did you hide a robot in here? Did you?
No.
No, it's the steampunk. That's not actually the table. Actually, the steampunk box.
No, I'm more into.
Dude,
that's gotta be it.
I'm more into the undead now. I've moved on. Robots are the old.
He's moved on.
This fucking art.
Go back to that phase, low key. I miss the robots. I think I've never seen one.
I used to draw a lot of them, beepers, like a lot.
So many, nonstop.
Also, I have one more thing to say. I like the way that you choose how the line thickness for your art, like the way you did the deer and like finer like lines, but at the same time you made it like what's it called, like the lines are slightly thicker on certain parts, like the bottom left of it by like where the first two front legs are, versus like, you know, like the top half of it, like that's like facing, I guess, like the light in the curtain. And like the way you did it with the what's it called, like same thing with the plants and like the lines on the bottom left of the table. I'm like moving my mouse around like you can see it, but I'm like, but like, you know, like where you did like the table line on the left, and then like even the way that you did the shadows on the vase thing on the left, it's just very like solidifying, and it feels very like, I don't know, like your inking is like, this is like completely unrelated, I guess, to like my comment, but your inking is very like good in a way where I feel like you could do a completely black and white graphic novel and I would buy it just to look at the art, even if I didn't like what was inside. Like your stuff is like perfect for comics. Like every time I look at your art, I'm like, this dude needs to make a comic book. Like if he doesn't, I'll kill him. Like it needs to happen.
At the risk of sounding like I'm some fucking like, I don't know. I hate when I like feel like I'm trying to sound too deep or something, but genuinely like, I don't know, with my line weight, it's like I kind of just, when I'm looking at things, certain areas and objects kind of like talk to me in a way of like, this is important. Like this is important, and you need to make this more bold, more loud, like more, you know, like stand out. And I guess that's just kind of where it comes in, like with the deer, right? Like the right side of the neck is kind of light because that didn't seem like a big deal to me, but like the line going down into the stomach was like, this deer has a weird like wicker basket curve shape, so that's important. like to me that spoke as something that needed to be kind of emphasized. So
yeah, like the way that you like decide these things, you're very like talented, and like your intelligence when it comes to like where you put the line weight is very, very, like it's very impressive every time I see you, even if you just was like a little sketchy or whatever. When I watch you draw or whatever, he's got the
thank you.
I want to steal it from you, but like not in a way where I would take it from you, but like in a way I would also.
Okay,
kind
but you have to give me your shape language in a fucked up like satanic like swap.
Okay.
We'll do a ritual.
Do that.
Okay. Cool. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I guess next up. Oh boy, the biggest image in here.
Oh, shit.
No, bro, no.
Our good buddy Beepers. Give it a second, chat. It's gotta look at the
Oh,
wall.
it's like a fax machine.
Oh my god, 1998 again.
I know what it is.
Holy
You guys are
shit.
too young. You don't know.
The photo itself is so big. You pasted it directly into MS Paint and then made it bigger. You didn't make it smaller.
I just wanted
It's a high quality image, Beavers. There's a lot
But
of.
I need to see. But I need to see better so I could know what to do.
You put the shit on imprints.
Couldn't shrink it.
But I want to be able to see it full. You don't see every detail.
Chad, this will unironically break my OBS. I'm going to take a screenshot of it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it for the bit, Chad. It's not fucking worth it. Beepers, your art also makes me want to take a bite out of your index finger to stop you.
All right.
I really,
I made a gaggle. Look.
I like the emphasis you put on things. Like I don't know, the what's it called? The sugar pot? There was a line on the center of the sugar pot, and I was like, it's not the lid. What is this line here? And I like looked at it the entire time I was drawing it, and you also noticed it and like emphasized it of like, this is an important part.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is though. Like I don't on the thing. It's just
I am obsessed with your blocking, like the way that like certain parts of an object just stop because your brain was like, this needs to happen now. Like that line on the sugar pot just not being a thing anymore because you had to put the flour there, and like the fact that they can't coexist is so like, it feels so like harsh. It feels like the art's kind of like trying to like battle itself in a weird way.
Uncompromising.
It's like
uncompromising. Yeah. And I'm just like, I'm very like interested by it, for sure.
I think the plant really stands out in the way like you lined it using like the yellow and the blue. It does look quite edible in like a gummy way where it looks like it's one solid piece. Like the pot and the plant are both like part of the gummy candy. And it's like one of those like harder ones.
I like the way you drew the legs for the deer as like little, almost like springs and horizontal lines that swirl up.
That's what they do in the winter.
I know. I like that little detail, and I also like the flower on the pot. I think it looks like a Yoshi happy flower.
Is that happy? Let me
I
double
also
check.
respect. Did you try to use the spray can on the deer a little bit there?
Yeah, but it is. But it didn't do much texture. I gave up halfway. And I'm just gonna put paint, bro.
He said, "Fuck it all."
Does the no, go you first.
I feel like I can tell with the flower. You're aware that the like outer rim of the flower on the pot has a shape, and you drew it, and then you recognize like the inside part is a lot darker, so I'll just make the outline pink, and then the inside the same pink but solid, and then it'll be, I don't know, I really like how you approached it. You captured the shape and the color.
I love the blood Contra style shooting out of the ear.
Oh, that's a laser pointer. Oh, that's a laser pointer.
It's kind of
It's a cybernetic deer.
I thought it was a bullet exiting.
Oh, cyber deer.
We're watching the deer
use
get
it.
executed.
You also drew its face incredibly cute. This is a very, very cute deer.
He's just chill like that. He's just a chill guy.
Speaking of chill, who's that guy over there in the top right? He looks low-key chill as fun.
Wait, that guy does look really chill up there to the top right.
He's been observing me drawing, bro, the whole time.
Lem, when you get back to school, I need you to keep an eye out for this character. It's like a TikTok trend right now. Everybody keeps drawing that weird little dog thing, and they're like, "This is my new character. He's kind of chill or whatever, and he doesn't really give a fuck." And that's like his whole. That's the character's whole shtick, and it's that weird dog thing in the jeans. So just
now I know.
Keep an eye out, dude.
Yeah, so this entire piece reminds me of what I would do on an Etch-a-Sketch. Especially that sugar bowl, where it's like, I'm trying really hard. Because I don't know if you've ever used an Etch-a-Sketch, but like you've got to like use your brain, and I can see the effort, albeit maybe not commitment, but it looks like the artist was pained to create this, where it was you know, like I really feel the pain, like it, and on like the right side of the table where it's receding back into space, where you can see it's almost like it was carved into like a rock that didn't want to get carved into, and he went back that moment where that line wasn't quite long enough, so rather than make the line again, which you can do by Control Z, he was like, no, that line is good enough, I'm gonna just make another one that kind of grows out of it. And like that's the kind of stuff that happens when you just when you're confused in Etch-a-Sketch or in Microsoft Paint, when you just couldn't be bothered to hit Control Z or use the eraser button. And I respect that for sure.
Thanks.
I don't know how to explain this properly without it sounding kind of insane and far-fetched, but I could feel the whimsy of you and like your drawing process through this. And it reminds me of this other artist I like named Daniel Johnston. Like the style's completely different. And I sent some pictures, but like just something about the energy of your drawing reminds me of his work. And like especially with like the deer and like just the color choices. It's very interesting to me.
It's like I can hear the la 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 of each stroke.
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of like how I
love that. I'm stealing that.
You know what's crazy? I was kicking my feet the whole time while I was drawing, actually. Okay.
That's what
la 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 la.
Okay, we are running a little close on the
clock. I don't care. I need to say one more thing.
Go ahead.
I like that the bowl has the indent, and it looks like it's intended so that you can keep the reference in the front without it interrupting with the actual art piece. Like, check it in the group chat. That's really smart. All right, that's it.
Yeah.
It is crazy because his reference was included in the image.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Took me a second. That's hilarious.
Oh man.
Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, we're running the clock a little tight, but we got another like 10ish, 15.
Yep.
But we're gonna get through Socks and Buggle. We'll do Buggle last. Socks.
Normal, what was that? Normal. What was that?
Huh?
Normal?
Never mind. Sorry, I must have been mistaken.
Yeah,
No.
Whoa! What was that?
No, what the fuck was that?
Was that the Navi?
Must have been the wind.
When he mutes. Oh, I forgot. It's like MS Paint drawing of Jake Sully from Avatar.
Oh my god.
All right. Okay.
That's why the Fugi is so separated.
That's why.
Oh my god.
All right. Socks BX. Why did you make that noise? You're a psychopath.
No, I just said I'm sorry.
Well, this looks. I mean, for you, bro, you're a talentless hack, so this is great. I mean,
Wow.
And did you use?
No, I'm joking. I mean, I love your hatching. You kind of went for that where nobody else really did. Honestly, I didn't even think you were a guy who would like think about hatching something like this in black and white. So that's honestly pretty cool to see. I definitely think you have the right idea, like especially like on the pot to the left, where you did like the really dark squiggle, and then it gets to like a lighter one, and then there's like no squiggles at the top of it. Like the idea of that gradient's pretty good. I think you just kind of want to watch like your placement of it, and what direction those lines are kind of moving. Because like on the right side, you see how they kind of get stiff. They should kind of like curve like with the pot, and that kind of helps like the light like travel the surface of it. But you definitely have like a good idea there. I love the darks on the plant, and I like your deer. I like how the legs kind of just like become like that left and right like zigzag. It's
kinda, they're part of the speed force. They could go through molecules if they wanted.
Yeah, it's kind of dope. It's like a real cool like stylization of it. I'm into it, but cool stuff.
I like the use of dashes instead of dots for the curtains because it's easier to draw, and like it comes out quicker and it captures the essence of it. So like, why would you need to do dots when a dash will suffice?
Lemmy's very talented.
I really like the drawing's okay, but my favorite part is how well and realistic you drew the ring binders at the top. Those are phenomenal.
I really like the colors of the background piece.
Oh no.
I don't know how you got the depth on like the squares that hold the ring, but like it's really
that
good use
that
of
is
the
actually
red
like
line.
flooring me.
This does look like a sketchbook.
Chat.
Yeah, I do this all digital.
Yeah, you did.
Real actual.
You might have a career in art.
Thanks. Yeah, I was thinking about usurping Skullvolver.
I think you should.
Time comes.
Yeah, if you have any like artists that you have hired right now, you should fire them definitely.
Yeah, that's.
This wasn't a charity.
I think you should just kill them. Kill them and replace them.
This wasn't a charity stream. This was Skull just trying to find his usurper, so you can pass on the torch.
Wrist pain.
Yeah. Yeah, I love these marks. I mean, at the end of the day, that's all drawing is. It's just marks on a paper, or mark making on whatever surface you're using, and this is just a celebration of that. And like, you know, the shapes aren't exactly what they looked like, but it's true to its form, you know. And there's a lot of artists that would appreciate that far more than something that looked like a photo, because if you wanted it to look like a photo, just take a photo of it, you know. But this feels like a drawing, you know. And it's like, what is a drawing? A drawing is something dark on something light, and that's all that it is, and that's okay.
Also, I really like how the way that you did the shading, where like the way you did the hatching on each object, the shadow kind of reflects it, where like the like two things on the left, they have like vertical lines, so the shadows also do.
Oh yeah.
And then with the deer, the way that you did it, where it kind of like curves, but then on the legs, it's like horizontal.
Yeah,
so the
it's
shadows
cool.
are horizontal. And the way that you, I don't even know if it was intentional, but the way that you did the shadows like on the torso of the deer, like if you like make like a line connecting from the bow to like the leg that's like closest to the viewer, there's like a little bit of hatching that's just a little bit darker, and it kind of like looks really cool because it like gives like the illusion of like light bouncing off of like the table and making a little bit lighter towards like the like backside where the back front leg is. So kind of like the way the light, it like feels like, I don't know how to explain properly what I'm trying to say with the light. Like it makes, not like 3D, but like it makes sense.
I really like the chat message.
It's very like knowledgeable.
This is a little bit scary to me. The hatching is frantic. The lines
so
are full of anxious energy. The field of view is cramped in a way that feels disquieting. It feels like the deer made room for itself. It feels like an intrusive presence.
I was looking to say that. Like, the deer
Wait, it's
looks
like
a
way
guardian.
bigger, dude. You made the deer way bigger. I'm realizing right
like,
now.
It's imposing. Like it looks like it. Like this is like the guardian spirit of this table, and it's like
You
it's
shouldn't
wary of
be
you.
here.
But is it guarding
it's
it, or
like,
is it
it's
taking
inviting,
over?
But also, like, you know, you can help yourself to a sugar cube, but don't get too close to my plant.
It's abusing its power, bro.
No, dude, it's just doing its job.
This is
And
the
he has
first.
his head is cocked ever so slightly, you know. It's
Yeah,
like
he's kind of like, huh.
yeah.
This is the first.
This is how you
actual
loom
thing
over
I've
the
drawn.
students.
That deer is 6'4". I love it, man. You guys, this chat is amazing.
Aren't they funny, dude?
They're
really
amazing.
good. They're great. A lot of chats suck. No, this chat's really funny.
Yeah, your people are great.
Yep. Funny guys.
Curated.
What were you saying, Socks?
This is the first like actual thing I've drawn in longer than I can remember, not counting like silly doodles and stuff for like find everything and just stuff here and there.
That's awesome, man.
I'm normally like a jokester, but I wanted to take it like very seriously and just draw because I don't know, just to draw, and I had a fun time. It was very lovely. I also want to say a couple of you mentioned hatching, and I had to look up what that was. This is kind of just how I draw.
It just comes so naturally to you. You're an expert already.
Yep.
It's just mark making.
A prodigy.
I think it's something I did learn in like elementary school, and I probably just kind of internalized it, and I've always done it in my weird way. But I don't know, it's also just it works well with the single black pen, which
Yeah, it looks excellent.
This is a precise rolling ball pen V7
Ball pen.
from an art store in Georgia.
I don't know. I feel like you can tell when you look at something and you go, yes, it was made by a ball pen. Like it's really It's not just with your art, but like with anything you make with a ball pen, you can there's always going to be a little variation in how much ink is being spread, like with stroke to stroke. Like sometimes you get really light because your ball pen may be cheap and you got it from a store in Georgia. And no, but like I think it adds character. Like it's a part of a medium that makes you go, oh yeah, I can tell what this is. So someone used that to make this, and that's beautiful.
It is.
No.
That's the fun part about like art supplies. I love finding out what people use to draw things because it just like you get to analyze it and see how that thing is used and find new ways to use it.
Yeah.
And speaking of beautiful,
we're
gonna go to Buggle's piece.
Oh yay!
Let's go top off the night.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do want to say so this is it is a black and white piece you can see with your eyes. But I made the image black and white to use alongside the color one, but I realized that the black and white that I used, like the gradient map I used, was a specific kind that made it like this very, very value stark thing. But it's not technically what it would look like if it was just grayscale, so the values are a little more extreme. You may have noticed.
Mm-hmm. Very moody.
That deer is crazy.
I mean, you really went all for it on the just like dropping those shadows. And I know it's probably because of time thing. I would have loved to see more of that in the back. Honestly, Buggle, I almost think you should come back to this like later because this is like really dope. It shows in the plan a lot, just the way like you can see like the forefront leaf being like so dark and then like the varying shades going behind it. I love the way you just kind of have like light like being captured in the piece. I think I'd like to see the deer catch a little more of the lighter tones, like on the plant.
I think because it started with the like a line sketch, I used a lot of that to give the texture to the deer. But then when I was drawing underneath that line sketch, it didn't have as much light because it was under the strokes.
Word. And the table looks great. Table is,
gosh.
Yeah, really cool stuff there. I mean, you nailed it.
I'm getting a headache because that vase on the left is so 3D. It's like headbutting me.
You got like the shape roundness, right? I was struggling with that especially with the pot too. The pot and the sugar holder. I could definitely not get the shapes good at all. But you knocked it out in a way. In the table. And the plant.
I started this piece like, yep, I've got to do it exactly like I would do it if I was doing it traditionally, where like I don't use Control Z, I use my eraser tool, I don't use any of the like liquefy or whatever, and then I was like, wait, that's stupid.
Yeah.
This is a medium. Wait a second.
Yep.
And then I started using stuff like the table is two gradients that I mashed together, which is why it's so smooth.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I want to light that deer on fire. It looks so flammable.
Insanely flammable.
This is low-key sacrificial.
It's the perfect like blend of like wicker, but also like oxygen can flow through it. It would go into crispy like ashes within seconds.
Yeah, we were talking before about like I think it was one of the pencil ones that was done with digital that blew our minds.
Normies,
This one, that's normal.
Yeah. But this one really feels oily, like an oil painting.
Oh yeah.
I mean, which is also just as difficult to pull off digitally because it doesn't look slick like digital work does. It feels more viscous, which is obviously impossible.
My jaw dropped when I heard that.
There's a new Valve game out, and there's a character named Viscous in it.
Oh.
Beaver loves Viscous. You said it, and I knew he was like that.
How many times,
so gobsmacked, bro?
Lem, how many times would we say a normal word or phrase and then the whole class starts like Wojak pointing at you whenever you accidentally say like sus or something?
Yeah, no, that's
You know what Wojak
pretty
means?
normal.
Kite Rima, thank you for the 100.
Hey.
Yeah, sorry. Go
Oh
on.
man.
Viscous.
Yeah. Well, it just has that like syrupy, lotiony kind of texture to it. That's really quite nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't normally paint in digital because of it's really hard to get away from the like what you said, like the slick feeling. It's smooth, and I don't know. I you can tell in the way I've talked about other people's pieces. I really like when things feel tactile and like shapes and like you've used real tools, which is hard to get in digital.
Yeah.
So that's good to hear.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that plant, man, that's just it's like smoke on the inside, but firm on the edges, which is really beautiful how you've treated the values in there.
Great work, Buggle.
Yeah.
It's so good. I just
love how everyone has. I mean, we took the same image, but this is what's so cool about art is like we can see the different personalities. We can see what people care about visually, and and who they are as people. Like we can just see it in the same image throughout all of these. It's just really this was a really fun exercise. I loved this.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I be so honest? This is seriously one of the coolest streams I've ever done. Great. Latero, by the way, thank you for the 100, bro. Thank you, Lee.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh. Appreciate it, man.
I help the kids. Help them learn how to be maybe a fraction as good at art as me one day.
We're gonna break so many pencils, dude. Awesome.
Yeah, this is really cool. Thank you, everybody who came out and drew with us tonight. You guys rule. I know it was definitely like it was kind of like a loose. I was like, I think this is gonna work. I was kind of scared. I was like, we might go live with this, and it might be like boring as shit.
Dude, when your mom jumped up and started like, I was like, oh no, it's over. His mom's gonna cancel him on stream. Like, Skullvolver did this in school, and he should not be watched.
I was like, I'm cooked. No, my mom's cool as fuck. And my teacher, Lem, coolest dude. I really can't thank you enough, man. We had plans to do this way earlier in the year, but we had just gotten sidetracked. I was in the middle of the move and we just forgot about it. And Lem hit me up while I was in LA and was like, hey, we were looking to try and make some funds for the school. Do you have any ideas? Or I was like, I know exactly what to do. I was like, I got it. I was like, let me get home. Let me wrangle 7 to 8 full-grown adults and let's make it happen. So, and we did. I mean, we raised 1,800.
Yay!
Yeah, my goodness. That's so great.
Applause in the chat. Applause in the chat. Good job.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Everybody, thank you so much, everybody who supported tonight. Seriously cool as fuck. Hold on, let me hit my pause button. There you go, chat. Give yourself a pat on the back. Did not know Skull cared this much about children's education. Well, it's the school I came from, dude. It's the reason I do anything I do. It's the reason you guys have this stream to watch right now.
The other schools, they're on their own.
Yeah, fuck all that. Right now, bro. No, I mean, the youth is all we got, bro. Like, we gotta educate them. We gotta, especially in this day and age. But yeah. I mean, thanks again, Lem. Do you want to do like a closing statement? Say anything?
Yeah, I mean, the support is really overwhelming. This is a really cool experience. I had a ton of fun, and I hope you guys did too. But I mean, this is going to make a difference in what we're able to supply for these kids, and it's just, you know, kids make mistakes when they make art, and it's just so good not to have that was the one thing that we had.
Oh man,
I guess no one else will get to do that now because you forgot to put the lid on the paint or whatever, or you better paint. We've been painting over other people's orphan canvases that they've made art on that they didn't want to bring home. So like getting new supplies in the hands of students, they're gonna feel valued, and they're gonna feel like maybe they can, maybe they are worth it, maybe their work is worth it just by getting some new stuff. So it's going to make a difference, and even your support for me being willing to do this makes a difference, and to me it makes me excited to see my kids again on Monday. So thank you.
Get to brag a little too, bro. Be like, guess what I did?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I was on a bunch of cool Twitch streams.
That's right.
That's awesome, man. Well, hey, Lem, thank you again. And I will, again, I gotta wait for some of this to hit my account with stream elements and stuff, but I will probably within the week be able to send you this amount.
Someone was just asking for the dono link in the.
If you guys want to do one more last round of donos, it's underneath my stream. Braley, thank you for the 25. It is streamelements.com/Skullvolver/tip. Will has posted it.
Chat, smash it. Just kill the goal. You can totally do it. You could break 2K. I believe in you.
2K would be pretty sick.
I believe in you.
We
Like,
can even use
fat little Dewey. Fat little Dewey.
Yeah.
Like if people weren't here at the beginning, we get between the two art teachers at my school, we get $5.80 per student. So that comes to $14.50 is our total budget from the county. We've already surpassed what the county gives to me for my students. So more than doubling what we started off the school year with is amazing. So thank you for that support. This is really cool.
Hell yeah. Yeah, they really don't give enough, chat. It's crazy. Okay, cool. Thank you for another 5. Appreciate it.
Holy smokes.
my God. Chat, you're doing it. You're locking in.
Wait.
Chat, push.
Wait, Norm, you're
actually...
Dude. These two movies next to each other.
One will help you. One will discourage you. Choose your questions wisely.
And Seth, thank you for the 13. Guys, we are 85 weight. We want to hit that 2K. I gotta wrap pretty soon because I gotta go out with whoops. But chat, if we want to hit it, I mean, it's right there.
Could be possible.
Bib, they get another 50. We're close, man.
Oh man.
Whopping $2,000 for the kids. Come on.
For the kid.
Gotta put that Skrillex back on, you know?
The Skrillex, dude. Yeah. Chat, we hit 2K. You can man. We hit 2K. I'll play Bangering on the way out. You can listen to Bang. You guys love Bangering, right?
Yeah.
OF, thank you for the 25. And Kite, thank you for the 50. We have broke $9 away.
Oh,
They did it.
$1,040. Let's fucking go. Thank you for the 420. Guys, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh my God. Lego Carts, thank you for the 20. Sanji's, thank you for the 1337. Ultima, thank you for the 50. Holy moly.
Holy moly.
Wow.
Holy moly.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Over the $2,000. That's incredible. Thank you guys so much. See, I never ask them for money like this unless I'm doing like a sub, and even then I'm just like sub, you know, don't donate, just sub. So like,
yeah,
it feels good like to have like a thing where it's like when you donate to this, it is like, undebatably good. Like it's just good. It's nice. It's nice to rally for something like this. Rassing with the 20 ball farter. Thank you for another 10.
Ball farter, the legacy.
You're my personal hero.
And Achilles, thank you for the 25. And thank you, Dirty Gertie for the 10.
You think you can get a plaque to honor
You're
ball
people,
farter
man.
and just put it in like the art wing or something?
Yeah, can you get like a ball farter plaque for the art?
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna break a pencil over a child's head in front of a plaque that
Yes!
says ball farter.
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
since we made the goal of $2,000, I think that's all I can. I mean, I definitely owe it to your community to provide that image.
I can't wait to hear it on the.
Please do
headlines.
update with a pencil crack image. I can't wait. I can't wait. But let us know what the kids think, man. And I'm gonna go wrap up and put my pants on. No, I'm in shorts. I have to put on pants.
Double pants, double shorts.
Either it's okay.
It was naked.
Oh, young man.
It was naked.
Who we raiding
True.
into, bruh?
I'm gonna figure that out.
Well met to everyone else who I didn't get to
Thank
meet
you,
until
guys.
today.
Yeah, I hope you guys all had fun drawing together, and I hope this is something
Yeah, it
you'll
was very
remember.
joyous. Yeah, I'll remember it forever. It was really joyous.
All right, thanks so much, everybody. And Len, thank you so much. And, we should probably do this again next year. Let us know when you're running out of money again. All right, good night, everybody.
Bye.
We'll see.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right.
Oh damn.
Just like that. Oh, you holding all of your
I was
like
gonna
school
say.
materials, class materials. Like, oh, did everybody leave? I only started copying the notes. Why did they turn off the projector?
I was sitting here like I'm drawing something. Wait, don't leave.
No, it's
Whatever.
Dunzo. It's Dunzo. We're all done.
I was like, maybe we can
Sorry,
hang
I
out a
forgot my
little bit.
gum.
I forgot leans under the table, pulls it out, walks out. Oh my god. Oh, I will also dip. I'm gonna head out. You all have a wonderful evening.
Farewell, everyone.
See.
Cute.
Excellent. All right, we'll keep it going with some siege. Brr, 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 brr. Where am I going? I'm going in here. Yoink.
Hi. Not available yet. Just got a
Let's see. That's okay. It's, like, don't worry. You're always like the first here, the first ready to go, the first organized. But whenever it comes to like rounding up people, it takes longer than that. I will
Only
nab
reason the
some
first
water
ready to
at some
go is
point.
because I don't have anything else to do at night.
Other than being rad. Let me see. I'm gonna get rid of this image. I kind of fucked my stream layout, but that's okay. It's very fixable. Cool.
I got a new mouse today, so I'm gonna be kind of working around with that and gonna see how it goes.
That's what I should have had. I should have had a. And then there was Siege. There we go. Was drawing on MSPN. It worked out.